All right, welcome back. I think we are live on all platforms. Thank you very much for staying. Mwa munyamba and yabetra mo be 2 minutes be na ya started show no. So mwa mo share we are back and then I think everything is fine now. I'm seeing my Facebook guys back on. We've been able to maneuver away to me back. I know the numbers are going to come back. Mumpe the numbers will come. It's a fact. Inti mwa mo share thank you very much. Yabet me akosu sisia and then time Kakra. Thank you very much, team. Thank you, Mr. S, Mr. P. I appreciate this. Thank you, Mr. P. Thank you very much. This one was a tough one, right? Okay, thank you, Mr. S. I got your other message. Thank you. Inti, when I can want some no, na yenko ichibiasa. We are talking about Omode Bibiabeto on different WhatsApp platforms. So, and almost John Mahama say we will lie during campaign period. Almost John Mahama say omo be twantro omo politicians no NDC for no be twantro e dey abeji to me omo boa. Now the most interesting thing about this is say there is a video a kire John Mahama okaye. So we study NPP very well. NPP akodru empempenso bia they have nothing to talk about now. Science some kafa Mahama who Dubai hotel I confirm den omo hu se ni nyina Ghana fo hu no kre no e kire sebio ejimi fo na omo nim ne kre no beso beji atum but Ghana fo do about 90% amadwene wo fie omo nim nyansa omo nim de obukom no omo nyina hu no kre no omo hu se NPP de atro and beji tumi. Now this statement they are making say John Mahama say omo twatro no beji tumi ne e atro omo sa akokati a piece of John Mahama's speech baby kitwe bi and nobody able to social media. And I with all due respect, no, a Jimmy for no more MPP muno, pe at the Pama Ghana, no, almost a side video in the chest John Mahama say, Sebio or Edian, chat on digit to me, John Mahama and can be biasa. In his episode study, this is the particular video. Omudia to Abontinia, Omujina Swaka say, when a Mahama Kaya into Mahama and Kano correct. NDC for one kind of credit. Mahama politicians will chat raw and digit to me. Sa small video we are a fake video no and na omakofa. Me we are match raw as samankasa John Mahama kaya MPP for we omun to me sebio enya message Emma Ghana for. We have less than a year to elections. Mahmoud Bawumia has not even provided one alternative solution or policy to save Ghana while destroying no. So you can see they are really struggling. Sebio this is the fake short video omo kocha omo di edi diatro acha yenuanom mo WhatsApp ene yenuanom kakra mo nkrase sa video mbeboyi video Mahama asema na all kana no nsiye ene omo kotwa kitwe bi eno na omo de nam me wi amebo video na nkasa akire mo na mo say Jandam is dead. This is the fake one NPP for share
here and they all were vetted. Unlike yesterday, nobody
MRP no say it drew election timer na amanyoku bia epre nti ne obeka bia ama nipa akoma adane ama o eno na obeka nti entra now they film no cry now they film ya de frafra no cry no ho yenka na ya de intro film
eti sa o share sa video we a na John Mahama kasa afa a year politicians are omode atro egitumi. Na the NPP for na kwene say omakotwa na no asem kitwe bi and omse monhwe because omonim se Ghana for no sebio dodo no the NPP for no omagimi. Enti monhwe John Mahama na mompe na asem no wakogina bebi ka say omo politicians ono ka ho no omotwa tro no digitumi enti mamontoma no onka no kre. John Mahama asema na oka no okan sidien so. Na John Mahama point ben na o meki. Momenko tie full video no. Na afa MPP for the ade be kire wakare say na den na mon kire asem ni nyina o kae. It is a video ambo kire we ene na MPP for the nam e ka kire Ghana for say John Mahama say politicians there omutwa atro no de power into the obeka kire bi atro mo boa. Omuni message. Omakotwa John Mahama no asem kitua bi ena omo de bedada nipa. Momayentie asem ankasa John Mahama kae efa eye politicians a omo pay to me to say Kufuor no Bawumia omo twatro de to me na John Mahama ka nyina so say Ghana for mama muni na ho mama ma adwene mu na ho obi de sa Bawumia ene MPP for we no eye atro ene omo twade to me omo pay to me nti edu campaign a omo betuma ka so one district one factory enso no boa one mosquito coil one pregnant woman no mo boa one district one constituency 1 million omo boa Ombeka kyerɛ sɛ obiara benya ɛyɛ deɛn iPhones ɔmoboa Mahmoud ba ombeka kyerɛ ne krom sremfo sɛ ɔba bɛyɛ dama mo bia ɔmoboa Ombeka sɛ free SHS ɔmobɛsi schools 360 ɔmoboa Ombeka sɛ ɔmoba bɛsi factories ɔmoboa Ombeka sɛ ɔmokɔ Cape Coast akɔsi airport amanfantefoɔ ɛne habo ɔmoboa Ombeka takra da bɛka sɛ ɔmoba bɛsi ɛyɛ market ɔmoba bɛyɛ den ɔmoba bɛsi habo ɔmoboa Intina John Mahama ka kyerɛ Ghana for say MPP for no se de yehu Ghana for mu tie omo a muntie omo asupem because omo nye nipa bi a omo ka no korɛ ono so a politician na the one who say ono do korɛ edi nanim nti ɛna o ka kyerɛ Ghana for say politicians bi ama me ehu say tumi a omo pekeke ete se ba omi nti omo bɛka bibia agi tumi wei ɛne asɛm a John Mahama ankasa ɛka ya muntie no
Ezu Omambo wohoi enafom ayadia ehia botre ehia nimdie ehia nyansa ehia experience ehia honden emprempi say obi adie na obi nsu gyina nkyɛn a nipo gyina kyɛn no wotie na numa otimi yɛ adwuma no kyɛn nipa kora a ɔyɛ adwuma no enti na abrɔfo say it is easier said than done okɔ stadium a wobɛka sɛ spectator for ɔmote stands mu ɔmo ne bɔɔbɔ kyɛn Andrea Ayew ne Asamoah Gyan ebe say omo anom beka say anka oso boni say me anka me boni say enti kasa de ye fa no kwa na ya ye juma no na wo say ne say ye ma ye leader ho we should be focused and just continue to do the work that the people of Ghana voted us to do nanui ye nuanom omo say NHS egu na nyame kan say NHS egu a adan na mo amoye MPP for mo etwa NHS card ema mo nkrofo say djuma na egu a ene card no ehun fa so ne den adan na wo tua NHS card free ema nkrofo say egu enti jai card no ma ni abane say NHS no atre Yeshase no 2005 and Yeshase by 2008 nipa call hospital ye 9 million pay 2015 after a trem nipa call hospital ye 29 million na emrepi say edru election timer na amanyoko bia epre nti ne obeka bia ama nipa akoma dane ama o eno na obeka and try now they film. No cry now they film. Yeah, the frefra. No cry no ho yanka. Na yeah the intro film. Na yeah the nim say nyamia ohata suri. Onu no nim ne no cry. And then ne intro.
It is out here, John Mahama, where 2016 time and all campaign. Na NPP for ka National Health Insurance egu, we nye juma John Mahama Green Book ne Photoshop. And I would share Ghana for no catch up say NPP for no to me omo penti omo to me chatro fem. Ono say politician. Na o catch Ghana for some mama ye ni na ho. Na enkofo we enkofo bia omo politicians to say me na because omo pay to me abedie wunti omo twatro edegi to me Enti NHIS asama mo kanokra no enye nokre. Or move NHIS from 9 million subscribers to over 25 million or 15 million. Enti I was saying Ghana 40 years, I say enye nipa bia ni tie ni tisaba umia anase Kufuado. John Mahama was cautioning Ghanaians in 2016. He was telling you people, or kanokra na chiremo, or catch them say the green book bia no kre na ba umia mu twatro. And the man can say, Munsha politicians see MPP phone message. Intended no, omo message omo nam krum say, John Mahama say on kanokre or a true for tumano, side we are jandam, no krebianim. Yama amenom ye nananom, any nuanom more Ghana, any abruchri. So be share a deal with the bra, Kajan Semestro, Unia, Kevin Taylor Churchrim, in Kotoma Churchrim, a yadi, Free Mind Family Wa Churchrim, Kebu Achimuna Churchrim. This is a lie. Yem chat and tro embeji to me. Monfa asemfo fro embra. Jandam gone. Now, there's another thing I want to talk about. I was some TBB say. Ghana near Timuno. Makacha Ghana for say this year, don't underestimate any lie. So ya Ghana ni now person John Mahama winning power. Don't underestimate any lie. Your uncle Fobu are naturally him so mo Jimmy. Your uncle Fobu are naturally no so me for. Your uncle for naturally omon Ghana ye. So the agenda is that even though unso mo Jimmy those are the people are NPP sa part we omope. They normally use the fools to misinform the little fools are mudi omochi. TME. NPP for no omo de enkwasiafo and the dada enkwasiafo kumebi a omudi omochi. Enti when you sit on social media, especially on TV, na so who bibia na so can say oh we there we Jimmy yenim so we Jimmy into our cancer mama fanya asama a dangerous. Every single statement obi beka sebio uhu ni say enye statement a factual and asa no you need to address it. So group or WhatsApp group or Telegram group or TikTok group address it with the facts, because NPP that is their modus operandi. That is how it is built. It is built on lies. Omuni idea your friend no correct. They are recruiting some stupid, ignorant, foolish, tribal bigots. Omun to me entro mudin kra, but they know. Because Omun would say the foolish masses na kakrado mudi omochino, they always listen to those foolish ones they recruit. Into imagine say, oh, asimesi we dey or can send me we dey nim so we Jimmy dada we dey did sakramine we dey mentie that be because on the market onim dey all year. So you need to shut every window down. In terms of 2024 we know. So person win election afa no kre. So Mahama person win election no kre na ye de mamono. Most of fa no kre mra MPP for na ye hwe de obe win elections no. Now, my man clear idea we nko enim so exactly 10-11 in Ghana. Now you quick. You see the story. From him, we cannot underestimate a foolish man's thinking, because when a foolish man is stupid, he will end up poisoning the masses. Inti yehu okwasia mum, yehu ojimi for, but ye ma ojimi for no fani Jimmy enkuye. Ye ma ojimi for no enfani Jimmy no and say ye. And intina we are cutting all these foolish ones into pieces. Whether you are big or you are small, whether you live like a human being or you live like an animal. So when to me and kind of we want you to stick to the facts. Yati bibi yesi Ghana John Mahama breso ena den Lufthansa enti Germany fobi egu Germany for ntumi mba Ghana adenti yesi John Mahama ena den or stopping Lufthansa for airline no German airline is mba Ghana tro. Do not listen to such fools. The facts are there. So obi jina baby or jina TV so jina radio so ka say John Mahama ena stopping Lufthansa se mama mba Ghana kacha sani paransa wa bodam. Ni njina so ne dien se onya kwasia ompe Ghana ye a onkasasa or the njina so beba ye twa sa 1992 1996 1998 2002 politics ni twemo. We have gotten to the point where every single fact be our check it, because I know the bit magic Ghana in this okwasia bi, without due respect, and I'm going to use these words a lot, okwasia ejimi for, because they are. Because ojini Ghana hona odo Ghana now pese Ghana ko ya wo de no kure ena bedi wenim. So obia onim no kure wan kan oyo kwasia Bible kraka Psalm 14 verse 1 or say ojejenchie o kan bro for or say the foolish or say ojejenchie ena se na komemu so Nyankopon ni wo. Mo Bible no ka kwasia. Enti mene wan se Nyankopon aka se kwasia na meka bi na obu ofu. Okwasia ne ka se den Onyankopon ni wo. Okwasia ne nim no kure a on pese obeka. It is all quarters of Okwasia bi kasa na onyin gyina so a sene kwasia if so Nyankopon obo ye kraka ye say Okwasia and a sebio okan kwasia sem. Now there is nowhere nobody should stand anywhere mo bia gyina baby an kana na no da say John Mahama Abreso and a NDC John Mahama na stop NDC from the Lufthansa Airlines Air Ghana for Germany. I'm sure my dear these are the facts. Now you see this is a publication, a free Lufthansa flight cancellation Ghana government. Data show no 27th of October 2009. Voice of America and a reported story way. Membu obia say where they were Jimmy nti o manakokwa o ma Jimmy ni slepo kope o wa kofe Jimmy for mo aba eto chi Jimmy ni na otwareti na fe sa poison no poison no entumi mba biom nti wo kwasea wo gigentwie wo aponche wo Jimmy ni pe na otwareti wo ha se na be ya on tumi fa ni Jimmy no nko wo Jimmy for ma e mo so me polity eye ye ma papa no. Now so we study a story way October 27 2009 when an president na ye papa Kufo on an president and I'm caption no Lufthansa flight cancellation at Ghana government. Now young kind of what story nim. Sorry, 2009. Sorry, 2009. Not Atta Mills and air president. 2009. Not Atta Mills and air president. Inti, let's go back and look at the story well, because you perceive the facts in your humanity. You show date. You show who was president and where the matter started. Inti, so what kind story now? And I'll be who maybe a story and start here. Time a Lufthansa. As some in sense, some start here. I'm imagine say I'm free Ghana. I'm fly ban. 2009 Atta Mills na president. That is October 27th. A year Voice of America for extra story. I'm gonna say in Ghana, President John Ejiokum Kufuor's government is reportedly shocked at the decision by Lufthansa. Remember, sad story where no. It was a story that had happened under J.A. Kufuor. Lufthansa problema. Omni Ghana nyaye eye J.A. Kufuor mreso ene siye. Intimema okwasie bia ngina baby ada. Say John Mahama ene ba ye no betwa Lufthansa ekire we Jimmy. Ekire opepa ne to a odi. Now when you listen, he says in Ghana, President John Kufuor's government is reportedly shocked at a decision by Lufthansa, a German airline, to cancel all of its flights to the country. Say Ghana government Kufuor dan no ade chia ombeti ya say Lufthansa for so twa flight a free Germany eba Ghana mu. Ye report no Voice of America VOA. With the data chiremo, you can Google and go find it. Now when you say this comes after the airliner said its decision was largely influenced by a disagreement with the Ghanaian government. J.A. Kufuor asemwe sie na Kufuor free power wo. Sa asemwe sie na esiwo Kufuor breso ansa na Kufuor free power. Na ukan story na say sa decision na Lufthansa eteki no Kufuor ban ene den Lufthansa for agreement anase adwina nko penkrom na ma sa decision ni siye. Voice of America we anya Peace FM. We anya Israel FM na report to you. We anya Joy News fake news no. We your Voice of America. Inti uko enima say its action has, however, left several passengers stranded at the airport in Frankfurt, unable to connect a flight to the capital Accra. The Ghanaian government has described Lufthansa's action as unfortunate and mischievous. Say, sa semno HC Kufuor Bremwa ema Lufthansa for decided say mfa plane no, befa nipa free Germany emba Ghana no. Say Lufthansa for say Kufuor abai no, sa Kufuor abai no, sebio de Kufuor abai ne kan ne say asem na esi no atwa omunsunu aye wanwa eye ade bi a che say dwene ho a nti ase. What to say about Mahamadin wa ha? What to say about John Mahamadin wa ha? Right. Meanwhile, sources say negotiations are ongoing to resolve the impasse. Now, any more story? This is what the story says. Gloria Ekufuor is the Minister for Aviation, Gloria Kufuor or yet just the past a year Attorney General under Kufuor under a Kufuor I don't know. Saa time na Kufuor etisono na Gloria Kufuor no ono na a aviation minister. Enti answer na Kufuor be free so no e na Lufthansa for twa mu so omo form Lufthansa no e mfa ni pen free Germany mba Ghana. Now what kind of story now? Gloria Kufuor is the Minister for Aviation from the capital, Accra. She tells VOA English to Africa Service reporter Peter Clottey that Lufthansa reneged on an initial agreement which has precipitated what she calls an unfortunate stalemate. Ain't Gloria Kufuor? Peter Clottey a presenter at Voice of America in Washington, D.C. here, no? Sad time, no, he was basically working from the English Africa Service department. Into or interview Gloria Kufuor. And Gloria Kufuor say, esino, Lufthansa for and a sebio emra omone Ghana wono agreement no omobuso. Now, young Koti Gloria Kufuor, exactly what she said. Gloria Kufuor and Lufthansa has been doing 7 frequencies, 2 arising out of bilateral service agreement and 5 out of commercial cooperation agreement between the then Ghana Airways and Lufthansa. Now, the 5 were given to Lufthansa. The 5 were given to Lufthansa at the instance of Ghana Airways from government, the royalties of which were payable to Ghana Airways. In addition, Ghana Airways was entitled to put a certain number of passengers on blocked seats on Lufthansa flight between Accra and Lagos. Accra. For no apparent reason, Lufthansa unilaterally failed to pick up passengers of Ghana Airways. However, it continued to use the 5 frequencies without paying royalties. It almost say, time na Ghana Airways wo no, JA Kufuor MPP for beton di no. Omuton di no mka okay. Sesi Kufuor ton Ghana Airways di no. Na o say sesi Lufthansa for na fly free Germany embra Ghana. Na emom no ye was seats bi a ewo Lufthansa ma e wo say e de ma Ghana for. Now sa seats no na e was say every time a Lufthansa betu free Germany and now betu free Ghana akọ Germany no e was say sa seats de e den ye de ma Ghana for. Now remember, out of that slot no say already from the top Ghana Airways and Lufthansa. Now the 5 were given to Lufthansa. Ghana Airways ko 4 ton di wie no. Sa slot na Ghana Airways e was say efa Ghana for free Germany e de omoba Ghana from Accra to Germany no. Omo de sa slot na ma Lufthansa. And I'm catching Lufthansa say see an ko 4 ton Ghana Airways di. Enti sa slot we monje. Now Ghana for say omo ha na omo say Lufthansa afi omo the plane ni bedru Ghana. Sa slot na ye Ghana Airways dia no. Sa slot no omo fa ma Ghana for. Na emum no omo de ma enkofo foforo. Enti Ghana for no e catch Lufthansa for say emra e ne mo hyehye no mobuso. Ka munjimi ya. Sebi on kan MPP for mo nyan kwasiafo a. E den na wo ton wo plane. Now catch akosi broni on running the private jet, the private plane, commercial plane say ono no mom no onfa ni seat ni bi ma wo. Abra wo plane na esi ukrom no. JA Kufuor kromfo na ton adi. MPP for nkwasiafo we asa ton adi. Any Lufthansa for den negotiations. Et say o basa etwi from Accra to Kumasi. Na obi so ne basa etwi from Accra to Kumasi. Na u JA Kufuor obasa na obusuafo basa etwi from Accra to Kumasi no waton. Ena wo ka che dipa na ono so twi from Accra to Kumasi ne say obasa na waton no. Waton we didi abo osiremu no. Seat na ewo obasa me 20. Enti sa dipa na ngi wo seat no. Se ne be ya se na wo komiensa ena nipa ne komienu a se sia nipa no onko enum ni nyina no mfa. Na eduru mbre bi na nipa no okonum no na omfiwa a wo se wonte ase nipa no ode ne sika na ye dejuma ohun se wagimi ohun se munim nyansa adenti na moton mo Ghana Airways no na mo saade den burden beto wo so. Now the trick here about Ghana Airways ejai Germany a free ba Lufthansa ejai Germany a free ba eko Ghana no na a simple thing. Now so read the other stories saade we ma. There's another site I can show you. A view from the wing. This is another site that reported on the Ghana Airways. Lufthansa omuchi omuhu efri Ghana. Now, this is what the report says. Now, Lufthansa suspends Accra operations 2007. One another president, Kufuor Meboa. The story was by Gary Left on July 22nd, 2007. Now, Satana Kofone president, Muntie report this be a tier. Reports say Ghana resume Lufthansa's right to offer daily service from Accra to Frankfurt via Lagos because Lufthansa refuses to pay royalties to the Ghana State Airlines. In Ghana for 2007, Koforton Ghana was DWA no, and ordered the pressure air kwaku Lufthansa for so. And Lufthansa for say won't be for kwasia. One kasa ukro plane what wedi. Yena se sia oba be gina yeso pempin say royalties bi o see tuama. Na sa royalties nka o de bow plane ho ban anka sa kwasia royalties nka o be chesi. And this is a reporter after Koforton Ghana Airways no right now no ton Ghana Airways we no na all sa per shares say Lufthansa for NTS sika infaso bi ani so and Lufthansa for say ankwase adwuma no monye. Now okay story now this is what it says. That meant that by treaty they retained the right to twice weekly service, which they have chosen not to offer, viewing it as a money loser. And it goes on. Most of the fixed costs without any seats to monetize. I'm sorry, I'm trying to find the line. To monetize them over now, and then Ghana goes ballistic over Lufthansa bad faith decision to pull out of Accra. Ultimately, the government was unsuccessful at blackmailing Lufthansa for $4 million, refused to back down from its threats, and now has lost Lufthansa's international service. Clearly, the people of Ghana are not better off for the actions of its government. Gary Left a reported story no. Afena Kofo government Glory Kufu aviation minister no. Eba bontina de no person be some say sia no. Omoton Ghana was di na omode edien 5 slots na Emma Lufthansa na. E wo say Lufthansa etua some dien sika bi mo na sika na bo ano akodu $4 million into Lufthansa ntua mo and Lufthansa say asem fa na asem nko we are no more coming to Ghana. This was the latter part of J.A. Kufuor's presidency. I found out said John Mahama and stopping Lufthansa from coming to Ghana. Ehefa ena oti uhu say ya chro say John Mahama and stopping Lufthansa from coming to Ghana or Atta Mills. Munya nkwasiafo bi ankrama bi na ne omame no da ewo mo na o kasa te say German dogs. Kwasia boys bi o ko school papa bi a entumi chro mu din. But let me show you something. Now so ko anima, this is where Ghana media ni bi no very dangerous. And this is where we have to be careful. Aha na o se hwe ni ye. So-called that mainstream media ni bina Ghana like multimedia dangerous. Dangerous. You know why? This same story. Joy News by report here. On date in show no 2015. Na 2015 cover story nearby. And what caption did they give it to it? They said Lufthansa Airlines confirmed suspension of Accra operations. In 2015, story was started 2007. Emma Lufthansa for catch reg. Kofua bain say mo yankwasiafo matongana we say we mo sa say ye ne de moka inti running Joy News for twen ya 2015 July na ka be 5-6 months near elections and on cover story we by Lufthansa Airlines confirms suspension of Accra operations into uhu bibi say ya because hey Mahama aban no stop Lufthansa from coming to Ghana so who story no ma obon say jandam no e ho na start free. And this is what they did in 2015. Dead stories, Kufuor scandal. Normal Danny caption, no, normal they swam Mahama. And to read this story now, this is what's in the story. Read the story, no. German airline Lufthansa says it will end its operations in Ghana by the end of this month. The German carrier is expected to undertake its last flight out of Accra on October 24. The airline's sister aircraft, The airline's sister aircraft, Brussels, is expected to take over when Lufthansa finally stops operations to Ghana. They see and say Lufthansa for Omoto Air Brussels Air. Into Omoto Brussels Air, no, and I'm saying, okay, yene air mother company, yato Brussels. Right now, what you are going to do is say Lufthansa as Lufthansa, no, it is not going to fly to Ghana again. But we are going to give that responsibility to our sister airline, which is Brussels Air. So Brussels Air is now going to be going to Ghana, Lagos, and wherever. So technically, Lufthansa, they didn't want to fly to Ghana again because the slots say it is important for them to fly to Ghana. No, Ghana and Akufo-Addo, they wanted to take it away. They were being mischievous. They were trying to basically blackmail them. Until that point, Lufthansa out of Brussels Air. Brussels Air so Air Lufthansa. And I say, okay, we as Lufthansa, we are not going to fly to Ghana, but we are going to make sure that responsibility to their my sister airline, that is Brussels Air, to fly to Ghana. So where on earth? And Obijina Oka said John Mahama Bresso, Lufthansa did not fly to Ghana again. Lufthansa was still flying to Ghana in the name of Brussels Air. And that is how it is. Sebio, yetu obi every menshia, se onko eye ema otumfo, ewa hefa, ewa nkramemu a, se otumfo edru eye nasia, nipa na yetu nufri asantimemu so onko jinemu otumfo no yotumfo. It is a Brussels. Lufthansa dia. Now Lufthansa say we are not going to fly Lufthansa Air no with the Lufthansa inscription on it. Now Brussels, which is also Lufthansa, should to fly to Ghana. Why do you say John Mahama and stopping Lufthansa from coming to Ghana? It took a story anymore, and this is the diabolic journalism and reportage multimedia. They made people run with the caption. But we read this story here. Story ni muna chire say Lufthansa for say Brussels Air your sister airline and then you say Jumano. What's your problem? Why are you now sitting there and saying say John Mahama and stopping Lufthansa? Echo ya kwasi biba. Echire we Jimmy. Echire wo pesa wo dada Ghana for. Echire bia wo tribe tantan bi na wo mu no. Unim nyansa say Ghana na ye chichire na enya sebio otwe bi ni bia de ayenkwan ene no wabusuafo di na ye chichire. So these are things that we need to pay attention. John Dramani Mahama never stopped Lufthansa. Lufthansa out of Brussels. Lufthansa air catcher Brussels say they should rather fly to Ghana. End of case. Kwasiebia Jina Baby say John Mahama and stopping Lufthansa from coming to Ghana. Sebio Sinuhu or Jimmy 4. Now let's move forward. These are not very important. Now, last week or 2 weeks ago, NET say Aya asabi akoka asembi e wo sirem. And before we went on break, sorry. The catcher Ghana for say when you go to the north, the MPP area what Mahamudu Bawumia is doing in the north, it's basically destroying lives in the north. And I'm going to say it. Time I make a boko for asem on this platform before we went for the Christmas break. I tried everything possible to stay away from NPP government basically taking sides, especially Bawumia taking sides in the killings of people in Boko. The reason why I'm a yes sir episode, Mahamudu Bawumia din anka say MPP for na yes sir because I wanted Ghanaians to have this open mind for us to deal with the matter. Now me pese Ghana for nyina say whether NPP or NDC, this is a matter I was saying able together to solve the killings in Boko. That is why so study before I took a break. And I said me break here, I did a story on Boko killings. I did not mention any politician's name. I did not mention any political party's name. All that I did was to tell you, say, there are some factions, sir. They think they are too powerful. They have been weaponized to kill their brothers and sisters. I did everything possible professionally to stay away because I didn't want anyone to say, Asimesiwe is fueling the conflict in Boko. The people of Boko who are being killed, Nipebia, Omuotumi, and more power, and now Mahamudu Bawumia, and only some group of people to kill the people of Boko. I stayed away from that and I tried to let us have a very matured, healthy conversation. Anche, NSA in that part of the northern region, na a year, what we call it, na a year, omoya festival, and yesuma asabi, asamwa Boateng, minister in charge of chieftaincy and whatever. Now, Asamoah Boateng caused that event, Asamoah Boateng went to say or make some statement, northern region. Now, Boko for den Edi Omafashe. Now, remember, And they offer Accra with the 10 years crowd Ghana. They know say people are being killed in Boko every single day. And some group of people have been weaponized to be killing people in Boko. Apart from the security agencies, the police, the military, the so-called national security, apart from them killing Omuku people in Bokono, there are some factions in the north. They have been empowered. They are being encouraged that the people of Boko are not supposed to be given the right to live. So some factions in the northern region, every single day, they are slaughtering and killing Omuku Boko 4. And we all know, it's an open secret. There are videos we all have seen. There are newspaper coverages. There are coverages all over the place. Now, Asamoah Boateng eko srim eye Bokufo no anase omomo no eye omafahye no. He made some very emphatic statements. Now, the most important thing is na meka Lufthansa asem no me say otumfo tu obi ewo menhia. Na so ka se nipa no enko enkrama mu no mu di homo na onko kasa emana se nipa no sebio ma no sisumina so okọ na ogina bedwom na onene ne ho a otumfo na nene ne ho. Se nipa no ogina bedwom na so okasa ye a na so nano ate na okasa nyansem a ye de bema otumfo efiri se eye otumfo ne mpabuam no ogina sa wonte asante a ena mi kyekire mu akyerew enti se etu obi se onkodi abanyanim onko kasa ema nipa bi a asema ebefiri wano ababia no ye fa ne se eye wo saa nipa no ena wo kasa enti se otumfo sma obi ko sirem na nipa ne ko kasa na okasa nyansem na okasa ema impuntio ene odoba a eye otumfo ne ye de saa credit ne ma no ye mfa ma nipa no if say nipa ne gina ho as a symbol and whatever comes out of the nipa no eye otumfo na ye kasa. Until we need to get some things right. Now, Asamoah Boateng ko srim a Bokufo edi omafahye maka kire mo Accra with 10 years kra no say people of Boko are being killed. Mena oka say anadwi ye bobituo. Nobody is listening to them. They are also Ghanaians and Northerners. Mahamudu Bawumia in the Jubilee House, he knows. The most interesting thing is Mahamudu Bawumia had visited the people of Boko and told them and their chiefs that we are going to make sure everybody is safe in Ghana. So for Asabi or Asamoah Boateng to walk to the northern region and tell the people in Boko, no mo celebrate your festival, say eye Mahamudu Bawumia and a smano. No, the most dangerous thing is so we are bonny. Na se echew. Na se sebio impenifo to winima. Na se would decide say wo admit to bonina. Two things. Either say wo no wabodam and na impenifo no mutu wenim no, or mutu wenim hu so mo jimi. And that is what Asamoah Boateng did. Asabi ko srim okojina Bokufo enim ka kire omo say MPP Abaya Mahamudu Bawumia and they only the leader of the MPP no. They don't see any problems. In fact, in books and as in front of them, they have not heard anyone is being slaughtered in Boko. They have not heard that kids are being killed, women are being killed, chiefs are being slaughtered, young men and women are being murdered. Asamoah Boateng went there and told the people of Boko in front of them that whatever you people are going through, Mahamudu Bawumia, who is the leader of the MPP, has not seen it. Now, dear Yana say, after Asabi did this, he released a press statement. And that press statement basically was an insult to the people of Boko, the chiefs and overlords, the heads of families, clans, leadership in Boko. Okoka sa asem no sabe release a statement. Now in the statement, he even at the end of the day disrespected the people of Boko, the Boko Naba, the biggest chief in Boko. Asabi as a minister indirectly insulted the chief again. You know why? I'm going to prove to you. Now, in his statement, and on the press release, after he went to Boko to insult them, the chiefs, the women, and everybody, this is what let the press statement to release any. We are yanko tie asama asabi kanye. Se Mahamudu Bawumia ne suma no, and as onwankasa ne koye as a minister. We will see. Se Asabi is insulting the Boko Naba or the people of Boko. We will see. So Mahamudu Bawumia is behind the killings in Boko, or the NPP government led by Mahamudu Bawumia is behind the killings of the people of Boko. We will know. because Mahmoud Bawumia is the head of the Security Council. When the police officer shoots somebody in Boko, Mahmoud Bawumia knows about it because he is in charge. Now, Asabi released this statement, speech delivered by the Minister for Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs at the 36th Samampid Festival on Thursday, 28th December 2023 at Boko. Boko ka ninsem ni wie na Ghana for say, hey, one ka say ye, where do you hin atem, where the Boko for atem, omu wu na also omu wie no, Asabi released his statement. Now, statement did not try or say, I attended the 36th Samampid Festival held on Thursday, 28 December 2023 at Boko and delivered a speech to congratulate the chiefs and people for the occasion. I see. A year December, a day also 28 no oko srem Boko for no mudi omafasha chenchirinche kese pa na tie ne kasa no brofo ne nie aha na BTMPP for no aha na the foolish masses no they are always deceived. Also no say to congratulate the chiefs and people of the occasion. Also say at Boko and delivered a speech. On say he's being very careful. One can say and deliver a speech for. One can say and deliver a speech that was basically supposed to be delivered by the vice president. Asabi did not go to Boko to deliver a speech because nobody in Boko invited him to come and speak. Asabi went to Boko to deliver a speech for somebody. The president was invited, he didn't go. The vice president Mahmoud Bawumia, who is the leader of the MPP, was invited, he didn't go. So Asabi was there to speak for somebody. It's either the president or the vice president who is the leader of the party. Now, Yentian speech, no, ne press release, no. I was detailed to represent the president of the Republic of Ghana and personally wrote the speech and inadvertently read it on behalf of the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana. Or say, I was detailed to represent the President of the Republic of Ghana. Or say, yeshene say, onko jina president a name. Na speech na otroye no. Or say, otro speech no. Sa speech no. Otroye sa oko kain amawain eye Mahmoud Bawumia. Tie. Or say, otro speech no. Na yetu ne se onko na onko jina den eye Mahmoud Bawumia nemu na onkai Mahmoud Bawumia no asem ba o se eye no ene tro o se ono ankasa na tro na no asem no Bawumia no asem no Asabi na troye ono na e ka kire after okaka ne nsem no wie no afi okaka Ghana for say nsem na okaka say bokufo na yeku omu daily no yenku obia no o se o speech no eye ono na troye enso okan ma Bawumia American Muslim. On we preko and so no preko nkwan. On what show on personal speech and already speech na Bawumia kwasi ato. Oko third paragraph or say I hereby state that the speech was my own speech. Tie. Where after oko kan kwasi asem we na yebusan say de kwasi asem no akwa no. O say speech no. O say eye ono ankasa ni speech was my own speech and did not emanate from the vice president himself or his office. Or say speech na okokan oboko okache boku for say yekumwa MPP de ehu you yekumwa Mahmoud Bawumia has not seen it all. He said that speech he wrote it himself. It wasn't written by the vice president. Okay, the final one. I do emphasize that the peace we all seek to achieve was the overriding purpose of the message I conveyed in the speech. Or see, eye ensem na okokan wo ho no sebio eye asumdua ye nyina ye pe ene mani gina so ekokan ensem na okan ye no ono ankasa na sign the honorable minister, Ministry of Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs. 1 for we 2 trim Asabi say okọ ho no eye president and a vice president especially name no kugina ye. 1 2 or say speech no troye no enya Bawumia na troye eye ono ankasa na troye. 2 fani na 2 trim or say kona okoye no ye ka kire ne so ombegina Bawumia na mu nanso nsem afi na no bae no e ono na troye e na ono na kae na momianko tie Asabi Brofo no ye wia take your time, listen to him, we will speak on it. Now this is what Asabi went to say in the north, exactly what he said. Na yemu say asem na okaye no Brofo na okaye no na asie e kire say. This is Asabi.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Today I stand here because the president whom you invited has been taken by another assignment. He couldn't make it. And he then asked Vice President to also come, and he also had been taken away last minute. And so I am here particularly on the orders of the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Alhaji Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia, so also come, and he also had been taken away last minute. And so I am here particularly on the orders of the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Alhaji Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia. So it is his speech I'm going to read. And because I'm the Minister for Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, and the palace of Bokunaba is almost like my home, I feel at home to be here. The chairman for the occasion, Professor Aaron Abus, and so I am here particularly on the orders of the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Alhaji Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia. So it is his speech I'm going to read. And because I'm the Minister for Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, and the palace of Bokunaba is almost like my home, I feel at home to be here. The chairman for the occasion, Professor Aaron Abusi, His Royal Majesty Zuran Asigri Abugrago Azoka II, Bokunaba, the Overlord and President of the Cusack Traditional Council, Honorable Regional Minister Stephen Yakubu, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Impusia, Impusia, Impusia. Permit me to express my deepest gratitude to His Royal Majesty Bokunaba, the divisional chiefs, his elders, queen mothers, the planning committee for the festivals of all the citizens of the Cusack traditional area, and for inviting me, and also for the support you have given for the government of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. It is only about 2 weeks ago when I was privileged to be welcomed to the palace of Zuran, the Bokunaba, where I formally introduced myself as the elected flag bearer of my party, the New Patriotic Party, and to ask for your blessings, your prayers, and support, not only for myself, but also for my party's parliamentary candidates in the various constituencies in your traditional area. You and your people gave me a warm reception, and for that matter, I am most grateful. This beautiful gathering is what we need in Ghana. Peace-loving citizens showing good spirit and bonding with each other. I can only imagine the size of this gathering if others had taken part. I can only thank all well-meaning Ghanaians that have solidly been behind the wheels and pushing for the forward march of our beloved country in peace. Many are the great strides we have made together, and I ask all to continue contributing in our collective good work. I wish you well and congratulate you all on a successful festival celebration. The theme for this year's celebrations, I quote, effective conflict resolution and security management, the role of all stakeholders, unquote, is an appropriate and prime call on all of us to collectively work at creating a peaceful environment to bring back the vibrant life that once was in Boko and its environment. Mr. Chairman, development of communities in our country is the preoccupation of the Akufo-Addo government. And the Bawku situation is a huge worry to all of us. The government continues to play its part to bring an end to the conflict. I wish to repeat the message delivered by the President, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, at this year's May Day celebration at Bolgatanga, when he stated that the Bawku situation remains a major preoccupation of his government. I will add my own and plead with everyone to let the guns go silent. Firstly, let me repeat the position of government that there is no chieftaincy dispute in Bawku to be settled. Indeed, this matter has been put to rest. Firstly, let me repeat the position of government that there is no chieftaincy dispute in Bawku to be settled. Firstly, let me repeat the position of government that there is no chieftaincy dispute in Bawku to be settled. Firstly, let me repeat the position of government that there is no chieftaincy dispute in Bawku to be settled. Indeed, this matter has been put to rest, as Dugnan, you rightly said, by the highest court of the land. Firstly, let me repeat the position of government that there is no chieftaincy dispute in Bawku to be settled.
So, way a statement, his speech, Okomaye, from the beginning, he said the president was invited, but he was busy, so he couldn't make it. Secondly, also the vice president Mahmoud Bawumia was invited. He too could not make it. And Oka said, this is from the beginning. Mo amote brofo chairman se mi twa ntro mo kan kire me. Asabi Kasano or say he has been given orders to read Mahmoud Bawumia's speech. Bawumia has given him a speech to read. He said it is his speech or say Mahmoud Bawumia's speech the man say on the kind. Inti Eden Asabi Dane no hoka say you know a speech no na Bawumia has nothing to do with it. In the beginning of his speech, he made it clear the president was busy, that's why he couldn't come. The vice president too could not make it. The vice president has ordered him and has given him a speech to read. Inti for Asabi to state from the paper he was reading from, Ekache Bawku Naba, Ekache Bawku Fonyinan say, from the stance of the government which is being led by Mahmoud Bawumia today, the NPP government, the leader of that government today is Mahmoud Bawumia. Mahmoud Bawumia is the leader of the party, and the leader of the party is the leader of the government. Today, as we speak, all the MPs and all the appointees, they respect Mahmoud Bawumia than Akufo-Addo because they see Mahmoud Bawumia as their potential leader, as president. But in the party as NPP, Mahmoud Bawumia is their leader. And for him to say the NPP government, which Mahmoud Bawumia is part, and he said he is going to repeat that the position of the NPP are binding, and then they say there is no conflict in the Bawku. Asabi said the Bawumia Troman say on the canon say from the part of the government Akufo-Addo, Mahmoud Bawumia a lead, they don't see, they have not heard, nobody is being killed at Bawku. This is serious. Is Mahmoud Bawumia and the NPP, are they going to go back to Bawku and campaign? After, when people are being killed, you say you don't see it, you don't recognize the death, you don't recognize the pain the people in Bawku are going through. This is the position of the NPP. So NPP as a political party, the killings at Bawku, Mahmoud Bawumia supports it because he does not recognize the killings. He supports the killings. That is why Asabi Kokain, Ayakrata, in his speech, or Kachira Bawku say, the other people can kill you. I don't care because in the eyes of the NPP government, we don't see any killings. This is the position of Mahmoud Bawumia and the NPP government. So the NPP as a political party, and Komudu Bokwa or Sankamushiomo. If you are in Bawku, if you are somebody who lives in Boko, Yeku Wafa, Yeku Mame, Yeku Yere, Yeku Uba. Now say NPP for EFA convoy. Mahamudu Bawumia team, Ekufuadu team, almost some whole life, so almost Boko Abe campaigner, or Sankamu Cheja to because the killings they are killing you people. This government, this party, they said there is nothing happening. Are you not angry enough? Oya Bokunia, are you not angry? Ubunfuye. Today, if I open the phone lines for Boko people to call, they will tell you they have killed somebody today. And so Bawumia and the whole MPP as a political party. Or say first, let me state. And he said, he was emphatic. He said, first of all, I want to repeat. Or person catch him say, Mamen kantu mutim na montiasie. Say Mahamudu Bawumia. Nana Akufo-Addo, the MPP as a mad elephant, you know, the killings they are killing you people, no, they don't see it. There's nothing happening. So if you're in Boku today and you're saying, me MPP ni, I like the MPP, wait Jimmy, because they don't even see your pain. They stood in front of the Boku Naba to tell him, you are going to be killed. They are killing you people. The other people will kill you. We as MPP, as a government, there's nothing happening. So why would any young man, why would any Northerner, somebody from Boko, will get up and see the NPP parading in their streets and say we are coming to campaign? Campaign for what? They are being killed. You say you don't know. And you see the most interesting thing about this whole thing is, a week or two before that, Mahamudu Bawumia went there. Oko Bokono, he had the military, the police, helicopters, armored cars. They were wearing bulletproofs to protect Mahamudu Bawumia because he sees Boko as a war zone. When was the last time Mahamudu Bawumia went to the Ashanti region? They even released a statement saying Mahamudu Bawumia is going to Boko under high security. Why do you think they did that? Because Mahamudu Bawumia knows that that place, he and the people he has given that power to, he and the people in his government, that place is a war zone because the killings there, he knows about it. Why is it that Bawumia Kumasi Yanka say he is going to a high security zone and that he needs military, he needs helicopters? Because in Kumasi, Mahamudu Bawumia sees them. A whole government condoning murder, killings. A whole government stands in public and say, we repeat, if you are dying in Boku tonight, you are a foul to us. We don't recognize you people. Into a Boko, now we have me an MPP near with Jimmy. And with all due respect to the Boko Naba, this is the time you need to make a statement. You need to let your young people understand. You people should defend yourselves against the NPP. Because if you people don't do that, Mahamudu Bawumia being the leader of the NPP and the head of the police council, he will make sure they finish all of you. If you people don't take care, they will end up killing your chief and tell Ghanaians that some people came to kill him. The same way, under the reign of Kufuor, Yana was beheaded. And this is not far from it. Let's get serious. Let's see. Mahamudu Bawumia will let his wife's Fulani people commit a crime and hang it on Ghana. Because under the same NPP, it was under J.A. Kufuor MPP who did not care about Northerners. It was under his leadership, people entered Yana's palace and beheaded him. Today, Boku people are being killed every single day. The government of the day is saying nothing is happening. The probability of they sending mercenaries to come to Boko to take the head of your chief is high. Don't underestimate this statement. We are all Ghanaians and we are trying to protect each other. Mahamudu Bawumia is dangerous. The MPP does not care. If you are in Boko and if you are going through this, advise yourself. After this short break, we will continue the show.
Here. And they all were vetted. Unlike yesterday, nobody was disqualified today, at least as far as we are aware. So today we're here with the incumbent member of parliament for Amasaman constituency, Akwesi Efrifa, who is very confident that he can retain the seat for the MPP. Honorable, you're live on Joy News.
Thank you.
Right.
My full name is Akwesi Efrifa Mensah.
Right.
Yes.
And then you're being contested. Yes. A fierce competition, if I'll call it. Are you scared that Amasaman being...
I don't know how you know what you term by a fierce competition. And I don't know if you know my constituency. If you know my constituency and you know my people, you won't describe it as a fierce competition. Right. If you are there, you won't describe it like that.
That means it's an easy one for you?
Yes, it's an easy one.
What makes you think so?
I have been in the constituency for quite... I have been an MP for the last 3 years. I am with my people. My people are with me. I know my people know me. So I know what my people will do for me on the day of elections.
You succeeded an NDC MP, so that means that is a swing constituency. Are you worried that in a swing constituency like that you are being contested instead of being allowed to go unopposed?
I am not. My party, the party I joined, NPP, we believe in democracy, and every 4 years, whoever you are, even the majority leader has been contested over the years. So I'm not worried. That is the rules of the game.
And your opponent is not a threat to you?
I don't see him as a threat, no. As a fierce competition. Right. If you are there, you won't describe it like that.
That means it's an easy one for you?
Yes, it's an easy one.
What makes you think so?
I have been in the constituency for quite... I have been an MP for the last 3 years. I am with my people. My people are with me. I know my people know me. So I know what my people will do for me on the day of elections.
You succeeded an NDC MP, so that means that is a swing constituency. Are you worried that in a swing constituency like that you are being contested instead of being allowed to go unopposed?
I am not. My party, the party I joined, NPP, we believe in democracy, and every 4 years, whoever you are, even the majority leader, has been contested over the years. So I'm not worried. That is the rules of the game.
And your opponent is not a threat to you?
I don't see him as a threat, no. I don't.
You see, where NDC for say they don't read. He joined the party. His people know him and he knows his people. Where could see you in the name of MPP? Where your MP? Hey, I did go for. Yeah, Jimmy O. Sakwa way MP. Mr. P or MP Wainfa. This is somebody representing a constituency. MPP they don't call parliament. Dien na wayama unkofo a ewo se wo no. Yema ye de yema wo ye MP to aso no. Your friend Honorable Akwesi Owusu Efrifa Mensa. Oh, the omunya wabon. Sa go for Efrifa so this omunya wabon. Akwa we ye MP kusie pa we typical we kusie nam. Akwa we ye kusie flat. Sanko for we kwata we ohun the parliament da. Oshe tokro nim enkwasi taxes nyina yeah nia oshe tokro oshe bonum. You ready to go for. Oye MP ewo Amasaman. Hwe nipa omoto aba wa Amasaman. Kusie we ne di omonim. MPP, we have the men. We have the men. My people know me, and I know my people. Now, some kasa we di san kenyi na betu MP. And these are the people in parliament. We mu no mte parliament. I catch say I NDC they don't read. You have joined MPP. You are joining 2023-24. You are joining. Your people know you and your people and you know your people. These are the people we are looking up to. Obekona akwawe or the committee biso. One number petesi dewa. See a Jimmy and your tears and Timemu. Ubeja beji genge. And this baba de kakrama media so. How can this person be an MP? How can this guy read a document and understand and say this is good for Ghana? How? How on earth will anybody get in a line and say, "Me kwatwa akwawe"? Now, adena wutie no and how? Don't you get worried?
Here, and they all were vetted. Unlike yesterday, nobody was disqualified today, at least as far as we are aware. So today we're here with the incumbent member of parliament for Amasaman constituency, Akwesi Efrifa, who is very confident that he can retain the seat for the MPP. Honorable, you're live on Joy News.
Thank you.
Right.
My full name is Akwesi Efrifa Mensa.
Right.
Yes.
And then you're being contested. Yes. A fierce competition, if I'll call it. Are you scared that Amasaman being
I don't know how you know what you term by a fierce competition, and I don't know if you know my constituency. If you know my constituency and you know my people, you won't describe it as a fierce competition. Right. If you are there, you won't describe it like that.
That means it's an easy one for you?
Yes, it's an easy one.
What makes you think so?
I have been in the constituency for I have been an MP for the last 3 years. I am with my people. My people are with me. I know my people. My people know me. So I know what my people will do for me on the day of elections.
You succeeded an NDC MP, so that means that is a swing constituency. Are you worried that in a swing constituency like that you are being contested instead of being allowed to go unopposed?
I am not. My party, the party I joined, NPP, we believe in democracy, and every 4 years, whoever you are, even the majority leader has been contested over the years. So I'm not worried. He's
not worried. He's not worried. How can you be worried? O shirt said the upie fancy wo takrade nyankumesu. O shirt say shirt ya tutuma besi ni kwanse. Ogina ho ade say bidie ka ogina ho say we mu nti ene wa hanne. Nti akwa we na kwotena parliament akoji documentary reading anadwo wada no akwa we atam budget no we ready atiase. Okay. I think this is wrong. Wait. He is joining you. When now this awada? Oh, when I'm on about to no. Me need pampo or contest no. Now where Jimmy are the contest the with Jimmy Chen way because Osha party ni mua Osha MPP na. Osha sa party no. Me need contest the gram no. It's your honor to yeah Kevin ye campaign amame hey. Who got the way Jimmy Chen no? I just don't get it. How did we get here? How can such a person represent the almighty Amasaman? Uni omo monye bie akosku omuti Amasaman. Sa kusie we na ngoto abamano. We oya typical kusie jaboneto. This guy cannot bring anything home. You are adding these guys to the numbers in parliament. This is our problem. Your people know you and you know your people. Yeah, bie zoo no papa. Do get in the first near kakra. They say you be too much. Now this brings me to 2024 elections. See, Ghana for America be binchamo. Young people listening to me, old and young. Election 2024, one vote and they be decide elections now. One vote would decide election 2024. And that one vote will come from you. Forget about the AC, the jamboree, and at the end, as how one vote, no, and they be winning elections. No. If you want John Mahama to win the elections, you don't have to be an NDC person to make John Mahama win. No. You have to be a Ghanaian first. The moment you become a Ghanaian first, you understand why your one vote is very important. I can say this on authority. And then when I was listening to NDC Chairman General Asiedun Ketia, he made an emphatic statement. Say, we know for a fact, say NPP4, the only thing left for them is to rig the elections. It's a fact. The police, the military, the EC, they are going to help this government, some of them, to rig the elections. NPP has no message. It is done. Mahmoud Bawumia, Wadane Madros, he is not attractive to even the worst fly on a KVIP toilet. So they know he's not sellable. He is full of lies. He stinks when it comes to politics. They know Bawumia is a disease of a politician. They cannot sell him. We have about 10 months to election 2024. Bawumia is still not sellable. Bawumia and mangwa aproda kejetia market difference in him. It smells, it's slippery, it has maggots, it is not attractive to sell. So right now they have resorted to Adia Efreno and rigging. Let me tell you, the rigging is the last resort of the NPP. And what they want to do, they say they want to rig the elections in the Ashanti region. And from 2016, Mekache Ghana for the NDC, the great NDC led by John Mahama will win 2024 from the Ashanti region. I said, when Mekan the first day, now some about them. Even the FBI in America, they know. The FBI in the United States, they know that the NDC will win election 2024 from the Ashanti region. But this is where the trick is. Oh, you're Ghana in our Shemi. You might not like the NDC. I get it. You might not be a card-bearing member of your NDC. I get it. But at a point, you save a nation than to look at a political party. The one vote you have will change the elections, will make sure these killers, these murderers will get out of power. Now, we all know from 2016 election I have in Ghana, the NPP rigged it by printing over 1 million ballot papers. It's a fact. You don't know why. So I'll check it 2016. I'm going to lead the election by 1.5 million votes. And I'm a boy. Yeah, in less than 4 years, in 2020, the NPP were struggling for 500,000 votes to win the elections. Now ask yourself, so 1.5 million votes, where did they go? Realistically, when you correlate, and I say, try to compare the 2016 elections, 1.5 million votes from nowhere. No, now suddenly in 3 years, after throwing out so many policies which are not basically reasonable and realistic, 2020 election, John Mahama is one. 2020, the NPP were struggling. They were now holding on to 500,000 a free baby to date. We don't know where it came from. It should tell you one thing. It should tell you, say, in 2016, 1.5 was a 1.2 million votes. Almost stuffing. Ballot almost printing excess ballot. They did not get people voting for them to get that number. So after election 2016, they knew they were going into an election. They did not carry 1.5 million votes a year printed. Okay, I say election 2020. We saw a lot of printed ballot. For them. They tried to do it. The year in 2016, 2 months is 2020. And into the realistic number is what you saw in 2020. And John Mahama win elections. And into Supreme Court forecast say, if we give this thing to Mahama, if we say everyone will know, say the 2016 elections were rigged. Now it is up to us to make this decision. Obiani Wagano Bitmakajam say NPP will not try to rig the elections. It's a fact. They will do it. They cannot convince anybody to vote for Bawumia. It's a fact. Even in their own NPP, about 65% of them are not sure to vote for the NPP. It's a fact. And the only thing left is they want to rig by stuffing, printing excess ballot papers, and take it to their stronghold. That is the Ashanti region and the Eastern region. Into the Omobabe say, Omobabe stuffy ballot boxes, Omobabe print excess ballots. Now, how do you stop this? We as citizens, we can stop this overvoting and printing of excess ballot. The NDC, remember, is a political party. They are humans like you and I. The best they can do is to make sure they've gotten everything right. They don't control the security agencies. They don't control Kandapa. They don't control Ayede and Dampare. Mahmoud Bawumia is the head of the police council. They don't control the Ghana military. You need to understand the national security. The NDC does not control. And the EC that works for Ekufuor, the NDC does not control. So they have all these things at the back of their pocket. They can unleash these things any day. So how do we change, what role do we play? What role can we play to make sure that these criminals, murderers, we take the power from them and keep it, give it to safe hands who respect democracy? This is the trick. Now, let's look at this. My team, Yetnasi, analysis be. And this is, remember, in our constitution, you need 50 plus 1. Inti yakase 50 plus 1 say sa 1 vote no wo vote wa wo hwe me no Ghana mbrane kire say 50% ababa akokora beto so a nipa ba ko wini inti also tia say sa 1 vote no ekuta wo no whether you are NDC or not NDC, whether we are wine, as far as our power change, so one vote no decide the elections. So what to one voter, obi beto one voter na be show the na say. Now the na ho kosoro. So one vote na ti say no. So me to me the be ka one vote na be show the na say. Still that your one vote is speaking. This your one vote, say one two na efri wa. Nipa na be show meaning one shot one still. And to win an election, you need 50 plus 1. It's wa wo hwem wotakwa. Wa wo hwem okumase. Ekurase a wo hwem. So one two, you can lose the elections. Ona obetumama Ghana akonkwasu. One vote is very important. Your one vote is the most important thing. Forget about 20,000 votes, 30,000 votes. Whoa. Anyway, busia for more one vote now, more kwakotono, and then they make a difference in the elections. Now, I'm sure NPP for I imagine say ombe regi election or ombe printing more ballot papers. I could staff a lot of their polling stations in the Ashanti and in the Eastern. Now, shall way. So, you break down now. We are going to now show me. Now, there are about 33,367 polling stations currently in Ghana with 17.027641 million registered voters according to the EC. Into the whole Ghana, no, you are about 33,000 polling stations. Now, 33,000 polling stations, no, Oba EC registered muna, omo 17 million Ghana fwa, omo ho kwan se osomo toaba. Now, that 33,000 polling stations dotted around the nation, no, a political party will need you to protect every polling station. And by fight, a political party to say NDC will need just your one vote to do something. And do you know what it has to do? Now, if on the day of the election, and there is at least a 90% voter turnout at every polling station, inti ada ebeto abano, yamfan say polling station Dakoman, nipa also to about 700. Na so munya 90% turnout. Inti yamfan say nipa 700 no, nipa 600 show up so mobeto aba. Now you need to understand this. Make sure Adebi. Yamfan say sa nipa 90% no, 75% omum NDC form so beto ama NDC. That means say sa 75% out of the 90 no. When those people all show up on the day of elections, it means say that polling station, no, 75% and a better Obama NDC for. Now, young fan say, let's make it rough. Young fan say, sa 100% no, emu 90% no, sa 90% no, 75% NDC for, and a 25% for no, sebu omo mbetwetia NDC. Let's take it that way. Now, say NPP for Ashanti region is a bantama. Na say omo edi ballot papers are easy enka abato no ho staffy and I say omo pieguma. Remember, say every single polling station in Ghana, say yenya about 90% turnout. So obia to abana ebia 700 nipa 600 to aba. Na sa nipa 600 no emu 90%. Sa 600 no emu 75%. NDC. It means every vote biya obi beto no, it will cancel one ballot, fake balloter NPP for ebese omberegi elections no. It is a NPP for at the 700 fake ballots egumu Ashanti regional because the turnout is high in all polling stations no. It does not matter the number of fake papers and I say fake ballot papers are omo best staff for Ashanti regional because obi wo tafo and I say obi wo awuna memu na say oto abano na omo to at a point police station no enya 90%. Every single vote will cancel any vote the NPP will try to steal into a ballot box. So what is going to happen is all the ones in power almost some of the best stuff they will be cancelled out. That means a high turnout, a high voter turnout will nullify any rigging the NPP wants to rig in the Ashanti region. The fact of the case is say you cannot stop NPP 90% from rigging. It's a fact. Actually, I want to politics. I say they will find a way to send some printed papers to some of their polling stations. It's a fact. But the only way we as Ghanaians can stop this without fighting, leaving the security and the NDC to do their work on the ground and monitoring the boxes, to shut this whole thing down is to go out and vote in our numbers. If every voting center, Janfan say, the number of people more at 700. Now said there are 600 people to abano. Now say move 600, move 500 at Toma NDC. There is no way, no amount of printing of ballot papers can change the elections. That election will go in favor of the NDC. So the only way to stop rigging is to turn out, is to go out. Your one vote, and no enable to me a change elections, Into you sitting home and saying, say, me one vote does not count. You are one vote, and a 50 plus one, so one vote to be change elections, and I'm NDC. Into the rigging there, unless you don't want to be realistic, unless one person be to say, Ghana politics, NPP, J-Mensa, Omuba print papers are free. But our job to stop that is to go out in our numbers and legitimately vote for the NDC. Now, so legitimately, and we are talking about 33,000 police stations. In all the 33,000 police stations, if the turnout is about 90%, and in that 90%, even 70% voted for John Mahama and the NDC, the NDC will win. It does not matter the number of staffing the NPP will do. Into this election, it is about every single person showing up. If you have the right to vote, you need to vote, and you have to vote for the NDC. Because the probability of these people relying on stuffing boxes, printed papers from somewhere, it is high. The NDC can fight. They can set all their people on every box. Remember, they control the military, they control the police. J-Mensa is for them. They are bent on protecting their crimes. We, the people, we have the power. And we need to understand, say, a high voter turnout, that will make the difference. When you stay out, so 1 to abano 1 day, so day no so I can say me ko former abano 1 to I won't be Ghana for akonkwasum, because your one vote can change the dynamics of the elections. So one vote now be turn wo no, it will cancel a fake ballot omudi shem ewo dey asantememu. Into be say they will have their numbers, but their numbers will not make any impact. Because they know, realistically, the numbers of Omudema Ekufuor in 2016, they are never going to get it. In the eastern region and in the Ashanti region, when they even try to stuff their boxes, they cannot stuff more than what we are supposed to vote at a polling station. It's a fact. So the issue here is, there's no way they can bring in fake ballot papers to overshadow the legitimate ballot papers. They will try and put 100. Into more Muslim tuaba, mo one vote will be cool. You are the people who are going to cancel out Omunkwasi Adeombeno, Eastern and Ashanti. So a high voter turnout is the first thing about to NDC win elections. Don't underestimate your vote. A been see in our history that. Also, me catch what I was say that your one vote na ekutawono. Say you can't abani could do 50%. Wona wote krache. Wona wote ayadien mampong. Wona wote ayadien weja. Sa one vote no, because you have 50%. That vote from the young man na ote ayemi krom ayod na obeto NDC no, it will make John Mahama win. And yen him say MPP omu wiabe mu. MPP omu print papers. Chairman to me omu nyina. But the only way we can nullify that is to turn out 90%, 80%. Obia unim na also to abeko fane braste betwaba, because every single vote will cancel every fake vote. This is a election of numbers. It's not about message. Obianim said John Mahama is intelligent, he's honest, he has done what he has to do, he can do more. The MPP is a social democratic party. Hospitals, schools, acquiring development, MPP in Kwasiafu, they cannot do it. So we have crossed that stage of na MPP. Then on Betumaya, you need our page, because MPP is it's not a candidate for anybody to even consider. We need to save ourselves, and our one vote would save us. And then into Waba Bakono. Sa Waba Bakono. easy kinkanya na say bar no 50%. Why be out to boase a wodwen say politics dey hia me ma me nkoto no saa wa baba ko no ebe ka Mahama de ho a Mahama win elections no. A 50+1. Until everybody can win the elections for the NDC. And this is the first time you don't have to be a PhD holder. And this okuta PhD. And this you're from Udimbi. And this free tribe bim. Wabana you're powerful than anything. Until all of us no, you're one vote no, and you're powerful. And no nebe decide elections no. Until me no ka say obi we fuom ewo kwabri baby. Or support to NDC or pesa ban sesa na nyoma sesa sa ne one vote no tie fodum nti na ba omia any MPP nkwasiafo win elections no nti everything you are doing on election day no ehia ban ne hia because when na obesi president NPP for they are only thinking of rigging omni Jemens and the boss man mo MPP for catch the EC for say omo print paper omo print bi mo that's what they are going to do. We as citizens yen to me fatuo. But we can use our thumb and our appearance at polling stations to decide the elections. And this also goes to Boggess. No? Moya Boggess, no, you have a lot of influence in Ghana. You people are all seeing how these people almost say Ghana ekunipa. The responsibility of Boggess to say me. Moa bruchri. Mo asebio munim nyansa mo adwene ko ekire kakra munim se e wo so man no ye de manipa onim nyansa wa ye bi pen no mo na wo so mo kasa kire fiefo se hey make Kevin tell am tia me hia boga bia sika. I don't need your money. I don't need anything from any boga. Ade ba ko pa me hia fi wo boga wo so obefre fia ka chom se hey atete a mo tete ye de bia ye mre sika. Obi aba be bia dwuma ama ya pam no obi aba de obeye ye mehu bi meti abrochire minimum puntio mon kotoma NDC Boggess you can control a lot of minds. You people have the power to decide the elections. Obehwe me de bia na wentuma convince you feel for so mon koto ema NDC no you are wasting your time and you are wasting my time. Because Boggess amwa abrochire I don't take any money from anybody. When we are doing donation I open it up. And I am not here for your money. I am here for you, Boga Wotia Broche, to tell you no more if you say, Mokai say imrebi. Na John Mahama wasono, na mitumi mamutika sa kotovit na fakoye juma. Mokai say imrebi, na NDC wasono, na mitumi kra nyoma ma ne befie. Enne sa nyoma ni nye juma. Muntuntia MPP. So it is your responsibility as a Boga wadwini ye juma. Debi obetna na wo hwe me weni agye. You are happy. Kevin is doing a good job. My good job will be successful. So and what you need to do is simple. Call home. Catch Romo. Yes, you per se you didn't remember if you be bobra. Muntuntia MPP abino. Because technically, Sebio, yani boga is no so your boy pa. Ye sika and a Sebio if you for the dono edibo mobra. Into say you who's abani ye bibi, abani buaye, ama yes you want high wa ha. I was say if you for no 2 tia bino. So we should understand the say it is not only me. My job is what I'm doing. And when you are given a job, you need to deliver. But the other side too need to deliver. So Boggess, no, you have a responsibility. It's not just listening to me. It's not just coming here to type. It's not calling on my show. It's about you people extending the conversation. Muni fie fo nkasa mo montiasie de ntia ama me so nyoma ntumi emma mo so mo hontomo mentumi sisa eye de nyoma mba mo so mo nton mentumi because aban na oteso ne mwa enti montuntia aban no enti Boggess amunim nyansa no eye den a Boggess ejimi fo no doso enyansa fo no so doso and you are the people I'm talking to. We need to save Ghana. We need to do our bit. My job is what I'm doing. Baby, information will be baby, bro. What are you doing about it? You watching me every day and saying Nyamisha, I don't need it. Nyamene boy, end. So it is not your job to tell me say Nyamisha. I don't need your Nyamisha. Dear me here, and it's over free. I catch a fear for say Omuntuntia NPP. And that is what I want you people to do. That is what I expect you people. Boggess nyansa fono because Boga wejimi. But moi, my junior Juma, mo pempuntio, mo pesa mo se Ghana asesano. This is your simple job. I will be here, God willing, to show you all the rot, to explain things to you. Ukwe Juma ba uba betie de ekoso ofie, de esi o constituency. Unu anoma uja mo Ghana, de eto mo member be chirechiri ma chiro e the evidence and fact chiro. O de ne se obeka chiro mo se what chirechiri ahwe de ekọ omuntuntia MPP aban. And that is all that I'm expecting from you bloggers. Me hiamu sika. Me hiamu teku. God being so good, I'm doing well. Me hiamu blogger sika. I just need you bloggers to basically send the message across. Let your people, let them understand. Say, so man twa banintia MPP, nothing will change for them. Untumi emwa omo. It is about time yema Ghana for yenye wa bruchiri yema omo te sa akasanasi. Because if you for tomwa and yes you betoye. Inti say ya sa now betina me show so Kevin Yamin show God bless you. I don't need it. I'm being honest. Nyame be shira me a enya wa do no beka ene be ma nyame shira me. God is going to do that. He will do it. So with that, keep it for yourself. But I want you to do one thing. Talk to people at home. And let them understand the situation. And let them know, say, they need to do what? They need to vote for the NDC. And that is all that I am asking of Bogesa Munimunyansa. Now, and the NDC for a press conference. And these are some of the things that Omokai.
Ladies and gentlemen, as happens during every election year, we expect our offices to be inundated with invitations to participate in events and activities to promote peaceful elections. While we appreciate the efforts of such religious leaders, traditional authorities, and civil society organizations, NDC believes that the way to solve a problem is to deal with its root causes. We urge them to add their collective voices to our call to state institutions involved in the conduct of the 2024 elections to approach their duties with professionalism, fairness, and honesty. The officials serving in these institutions, i.e., the security, judiciary, and the Electoral Commission, must constantly be reminded of their oaths of office, which impose on them onerous responsibilities to secure and protect the interests, and not any other interest, the interests of Mother Ghana. That is what the oath they swore to take the office imposed on them. Nana Akufo-Addo must be reminded of his presidential oath and his oath of allegiance on the 7th of January 2017 and the repetition on 2021, which imposed on him specific duties and responsibilities to ensure that Ghana remains peaceful and in one piece. He must be called out to abandon his partisan commitment, which he has expressed publicly, that he will do whatever is in his power during the remaining term in office to hand over power to an MPP successor. He wants to choose his successor and not the people of Ghana in whom the sovereignty of Ghana resides. We are saying no way. Ladies and gentlemen, Akufo-Addo is simply undermining the sovereign will of Ghanaians to choose who our president must be. Sovereignty resides with the people, And only the people must bestow the right to lead on politicians, not Akufo-Addo. My dear people in moral society, we in the NDC want to assure you that we in the NDC are victims of MPP's violent crimes. We in the NDC will continue to work for a peaceful Ghana and protect the interests of the masses. But we will not sit unconcerned for a repeat of the 2020 election-related killings. That one we will not countenance. Because it's been said that the first law of nature is self-protection. And we are saying never again. We believe it is unfair to call on the victims to guarantee the peace of the oppressor. We are the victims of violence. And yet when the moral and civil society speaks, they either are engaged in equalization and calling all of us to ensure peaceful elections, or telling us in NDC who are the victims to ensure that the oppressor has peace. Never again. Ladies and gentlemen, we believe that those who are planning to come to our offices to invite us to participate in activities geared towards peaceful elections, signing of memoranda and all that, the time is now. This is the time to call out the people, the actual perpetrators who will create disruptions to our peace, to put in the right structures to ensure there is peace. We don't control the army. We don't control the police. We don't control any arm of the security services. And we don't control the arbiter of the elections with the Electoral Commission. So the moral society must rise up and support us with their collective voices. Now that there is more time for us to correct what is wrong, so that we can have a peaceful 2020 election. They shouldn't wait till October, November, when they know that what has been orchestrated cannot be corrected because of lack of time, to now be appealing to us to condone the wrongdoing and to accept what the oppressor is imposing on us. NDC is tired of being the victims of peace. We must all be the beneficiaries of peace, not the victims. So if we are all interested in peace, let everybody play their role to ensure that there will be peaceful elections. But when somebody...
General Mosquito, Ono, and the chairman of the NDC, and the press conference na wayi omo kan sembebre na ensema omo kan no na bibi ena omugina so emamuka nsema omuka led by the General Secretary of the NDC. Sorry, the chairman of the NDC. Now, what is the General Sedu Nketia Ekabrofo? So I'm for munya butremechirechim. Na ediana ma ende NDC for your imagine say omobeye in central for in shemu acheche nyomem acheche Ghana die omobo enju so ene nyome bia e wose Ghana for yama ye ni kon ene titru nipa omo Ghana omo de omo say omonye abanyosem sebio omo nkoje card in free NDC wa na so omo nkoje card in free MPP or na mum omo ye Ghana for omo to abamum nanso ade ekobone ombeka ena de ade nso ekoyi no ombeka omo de from the moral society omo ena sebio eye asofo eye mpinifo omo te Ghana omo mudi eko enim omo so omo ye mpinifo a sebio omo ka ebi wom ene General Asedu Nketia ono so onya akora no ene nsem bi atudwa na edien ene ma NDC for ende eye holiday wo Ghana omo tumi eye nsenkyere ehyiemu now so wo hwe asema eda eye screen isu a ena na danko ekufuado eye enra okasa ekire Ghana nyina na ne kasa mu no oska nsembia na sebio Ghana for bebre ebo enjo so na na danko ekufuado adekudie ntia okasa kire Ghana nyina se omampanyin se eye Ghana kebi mamin kebi a yagitu mu 1992 ema sebio yesa eye ho krata ya yefre no eye the constitution no sebio 1992 ena yede Ghana emra ebebo ye ho bra no enyina egu krata so enyina be friend constitution boni be ka say the holy grail of the country eno ene ebehwe so ede ebuman no eye Ghana bible a ebo Ghana ho bra ebo Ghana ho ban ema nipa bi enya sebio tumi enchen nipa bi emfa omo sebio omo kasaboa enka nhye omo yem anase omo entwetwe omo ase no saa krata ne the constitution of the republic eno ena edi infie eduasa bako 31 years na sebio omampanyini a odi enim a ye friend Nana Danko Ekufuado na adwene se o se okasa kire Ghana na oma Ghana 40 ase se Ghana kebi mamin kebi a sebio yedi ekire yenyina ya boa ye ho akeka asieni from JJ Rollins abreso bedim ende no kebi mamin kebi no aba nanim ye titru krata ye friend constitution a ebo Ghana ho bra na Nana Danko Ekufuado kasa mu no eduru baby ena ogina ye no ka se oh Ghana for we die asem we die me pese me ka ehyemebo a sebio manka ebia me to be pai na asem ni nyina ne se o si since o win election 2020 no John Dramani Mahama oye Franka 24 Emma NDC na 2020 odi NDC ni ma eba 2024 so obese di NDC ni no o si from 2020 a ono o win Ghana abato no John Dramani Mahama odi NDC ni no sebio Emma ni trinkwa na asem no ha ne yie na ade bia oda odwene ho ade bia ohu ni se entwa yie eno ena kiki NDC for chairman efreno Johnson Asiedu Nketia na before Asiedu Nketia be press conference nde aka NDC for akoma so asem akire Ghana for ene Nana Danko Ekufuado no Emra Ekufuado eka saa ne nsem wie se otwen se John Dramani Mahama ebema ni trinkwa anase obe congratulate ni say we win election 2020 no John Dramani Mahama sebio ono se Ghana ni a de ekosu bia no ote no ono se na adwene se obeyi Nana Danko Ekufuado ano efri se sebio ye ka nankawefo a na sempenifu ofia sa penifo no ye bo mudin ena sebio akora we jimi no wan tani mu a odi jimi no kugina so dem edi nkwasasem enti John Dramani Mahama ye na adwene se evitela John Mahama ye na adwene se obeyi Nana Danko Ekufuado ano na sebio asema ose ono Ekufuado hye ne bo a ebema ne to apai no saa asem no ebedinkan ebenya ama ne to apai enti John Mahama enso Ekufuado kan ne nsem nyina wie se oku nipa o hye Ghana for so otata Ghana for a odi win election no o se ontiasie se John Dramani Mahama anya den ama ne trinkwa anase wanka se waya de se wo win elections no na se sebio ye Ghana ni na odi weni to fom na wutie Nana Danko Ekufuado na no asem pempenso a Ghana edui ahokira ewom kebi mamin kebia asei yesika sem adwiregu obuo a yefe no buo eni Ghana biem nipa atumi kuta omo ye yayakayaka de a omo mbu Ghana amamre eni sebio kebi mamin kebu na sa wutie Nana Danko Ekufuado na sa wo hwe bema ogina ho na sa asem firi na no ba ana bibisa figu ne trim ana sa figu na pempem arekudie ntia meka sa ne se Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo nim say 2020 elections no in bebree kɔ so. Enti John Dramani Mahama so eka se penyine jimi na wantade mu a oye penyine kwasia no ono so ede na no asem otroye reply Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo na de John Mahama ekroye no enie. John Dramani Mahama say, on a rather sad note, it is unconscionable. It is unconscionable. Let me get this right. On a rather sad note, it is unconscionable that 3 years after these tragic events, our president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, has not uttered even a word of sympathy to the bereaved families. The perpetrators of these murders continue to work as free men and still hold on to positions of authority and power. We John Dramani Mahama asem anase imwaya odema Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Na imwaya ni nyina de John Mahama kan say eya asefem wanwa na time say yeto aba 2020 a yebo nipa nwotwe etuo ewo Ghana enkwara impenifo emma emmema nipa nwotwe a yebo mutuo during election 2020. John Mahama say asefem time ni wo Emma penyini yokrampo tan Emma president die tan Emma Akufo-Addo yete se aboa efri se owotema ana oye penyini a odi Ghana anim a since ye bo nipa nwotwe 2020 no eye ne wanwa asefem se president a odi Ghana anim a sebio sa president no ye na yeto a yegege obra yebo ye de hu sika ehwe no ene ne yire ne ma hwe omodros ema omunya baby tena didi no president na ye na adwene se nipa nwotwe na obutua eto me ye de hwe na abeduru ne no ewuo a sebio nipa bi omukuta ntu a omuhye police ntade ne soja ntade a omuye aban mu nipa ebo nipa nwotwe tuo no mfie miensa na etwami Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo embo so wa John Mahama se de ye ne yakrampo ne se de eye ne tan ne ye ne se Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo enya ahosape abai ne to ma ne to apaya betena TV so se eye ne ye se ono John Dramani Mahama no sebio on kan kire ne se ni trinkwa anase sebio wako okopa win elections no also the side ya ne se nipa omudi saa boni a obo Ghana nipa nwotwe etuo no saa nipa ya saa ne nam Ghana omura Jubilee House pie ene nam Ghana ma Ghana fo ya saa gege omoto edi tua saa nkofo we ka abra Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo nim saa nipa we nyina omudi saa ewuo we enti John Mahama se Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo mfa ne jimi free onkoto baby efri se Ghana fo ho hia no na ono no onye busuefo onye kwasea mpanyi se watwetuo abo Ghana fo tuo abedi omoso no ono nsa magina TV so nka che se wa ya ade se obo Ghana fo nwotwetuo edigi tumi enti John Dramani Mahama mu aye odi yima odema Akufo-Addo ne se oye panyini jimifo senka oda ena oso daye na adwene wo fie na enye jimi na adokoro na senka ne ma ena nka ye bo mutu a anka mfie miensani anka sebio waka ho asem na eno ena ma eye asiedu nketia ende ono so ba abontene ebe kasafa eye Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo sebio nyome bia oye MPP aban no nyome bia omo ya sebio omode say kebi mamin kebia Ghana for ya bon ho bra abedru ne na de ya wasem we mu nyina ne say na asiedu nketie kasa no o say ye wo nipa titiri wo Ghana se asem meda Ghana na se ye ka anytime bia NPP for be boni patuo omo be ye ayakayaka de omo be tata Ghana for edi bone no na saa nipa no ebi mu te se Peace Council, Christian Council, Islamic Council, impenifo bi a omo se omo de sebio omo ye impenifo a asem ko bone a omo no omo be gi aka no na saa impenifo no aka ye nyina frasa ye nyina ye nipa bonefo bone a MPP edi no yemfa nhye MPP ena bone a NDC ndi no mama yemfa nhye NDC efrisa wo hye Ghana kebi mamin kebi from 1992 besin na anytime bia MPP bedi bone ekunipa ase ye kebi mamin kebi no anytime bia mpenifo we benya akonya se omo be ka se ana omo be ka MPP enim no na omo aka se political parties nyina edi bone Johnson Asiedin Ketia oye penyini a odi NDC nim say mum penifo a from the Moral Society asofo Pentecost asofo Roman asofo Islam for empenifo Christian Council Peace Council Catholic Union one no mo kasa enkantre MPP say insuo etai aponchirenia oje wo impempenso bia yebedru emre bia sa boni a MPP di no sa boni a MPP di na omo aka MPP di aka ho se MP NDC for so di boni no ebedru impempenso bi no eye kebi ma men kebi na ye nyina expect se wo se obia so de den enya ho den emfaso no sa kebi ma men kebi no ebeji egu efise se de bia no menya hwe na ubom yem na se obi so to no onim se menya hwe ye bom yem na nda ye ba na bebusa wo panyin se edie de si ye bo NDC yem a wo se omo nyina pentokwa no e so otia se ye twa eja to fie ni mu a ye nyina ye behye de na Asiedun Ketia eka nyina ne se ye won panifo bi omote Ghana omo hu bone omo hu de MPP ye omo hu MPP kebi ma me kebia sebio omo brase enso mredu se e wo se ye ka MPP ni ma na sebio NDC ena sebio omode omonsa tenetene omoso Johnson Asiedun Ketia ne NDC for se sankwase ade no munye biem omon kasa ne se ne beya atoyira nkyem bi nsi debi efri se NDC sebio MPP for afa ho tata MPP NDC omuku omonkofo Nana Dankwa Akufo de bedi president ye nyina ye ni tuade esi wo Ghana kebi mamin kebia Nana Dankwa Akufo ne MPP for abrenase eku Ghana for from Ayawaso West Wagon all the way to Techiman South. There are a lot of murders and there also a tena ho kan wasem ansani yakoto about 2024. Peace Council, Christian Council, mo amaka nyina mo te Ghana, mo mayen kan ho asem yete ha esa akoto abafoforo na abafoforo na titen a why na mo beka se wedi bone because say yan solve ende asem e wo ha eye dan ne nyina nya adwenmu fan ye nyina nya odo erikoto aba 2024 inti Asiedun Ketia oye penyini a oda NDC enim no ono de na no asem o kan se penyini die mante na oye penyini bi so a sebio ontwen ma asem nsi ansa na obeka se memma we nka ho ye de enyoma edi ne ma omo ye NDC fo ache emredu se ye beka sem ye be ma Nana Dankwa Akufo Addo na aban ate ase na ende ye te Ghana Asiedun Ketia kasa no eye den da ben na wako Ghana bekosemu a even during military rule da ben na yako Ghana bekosemu a president ejina bedwom akase me be free so a me de to me be ma me ankasa be party Asiedun Ketia ka kire mpedifo mo Ghana mo amose ma adwene ko echire mo amose mo do Ghana mo amose yentumi nkasa bonim Asiedun Ketia oye the leader of the NDC say and the president bi ejina simpie ni aka say or the to me bema onwa ne party or so moti ase se ehina ne ba ye nyina nsu kombede se port no eba ye nyina kombede one ye kunipa mo ankasa ye mbusa questions omo di sa adwiri mu no omo nam Ghana 2 ya se kunipa o Techiman South mo nyina mo ankasa mama ya nso ano mama ye hu omo di bone no 3 nipa omo hye soja ntade wura parliament abra ye mra no etia mumpenifo nyina wo Ghana mwankasa mambowa Nana Dankwa Akufo Addo gina stage say eye abana yekoto no odi tumi bema onwa ne party mote Ghana mwankasa mambowa na ehina ne ba mema obia emfa ne kenten emma John Mahama fie emma NDC headquarters embe kase munyina mo ye parties obia nka na komantu ne yem e wosamoti ase omana ye kyekyere nye bi mu dia enye party bi dia NDC aye de ombetuma aye munyina mo te Ghana mu nsema esiye nipa doma yeku omo it was in this country and yehu NPP aban sma soldier for police for ekobo Ghana for to ebe seen the 4 years obia endimade justice for those who were killed.
Hey! It feels like it was yesterday. Mother of 15-year-old Rita Otu, who was killed during the December 2020 election in the Ododo-Diodio constituency, tells me, as she speaks to me, grandmother of a little girl is in tears.
Oh, Rita. Oh.
Events of that fateful day are playing back on her mind. For Dinah Otu, the death of her daughter has changed her life forever.
When
I see her colleagues going to school, I remember her and I always break down.
And as she tells me, there have been no police contacts or investigations into circumstances that led to her daughter's death since the incident.
We have been all by ourselves. Nobody has been here to ask about her death since last year. She helped me do my trading business, and without her, I am lonely.
The Otu family is just one of 6 who lost their relative during the chaotic election. But while they continue to grieve, they hope someday the death of their daughter will be avenged. For governance experts and political watchers, the silence and inaction on the part of the police 1 year on is unacceptable. Professor Kwesi Jonah is Senior Research Fellow at the Institute for Democratic Governance, IDEG.
Some people unfortunately lost their lives during the election. We haven't come to any conclusion on this matter. Nobody arrested, nobody prosecuted. And this doesn't speak well for the rule of law in this country. Society has failed them. Our political system has failed them. The criminal justice system has failed them. In civil society organizations, we should be putting pressure to get answers for inaction on the part of the criminal justice system to resolve a matter. It was on everybody's lips during and after the election. Yet, nothing has happened.
For many, the events that have played out since December 8, 2020 creates the impression that these individuals may have been killed in an election and simply forgotten. Komla Adum, TV3 News, Accra.
And the most important thing I want to stress was to say, Mahamudu Bawumia, all these things that happened, as a Muslim, he never spoke about it. Anna Mure Fibibi. And Ekufuado Bawumia was the head of the Security Council. And he's still the head of the Security Council. He's not spoken about it. You're born one gasa di kurumufu nkremufu tuo, Techiman North, Techiman South, Dien Ablu. He does not care. And this is the same Mahamudu Bawumia. He says, Ekufuado kwa amonfa tumi mame. Mahamudu Bawumia has supported every single murder in this country. He has decided to support it because he believes and when they keep Ekufuado in power. And the Metisen and Kofuaka say there's a group that was going to have a convention in Ghana and Ekufuado I cancelled the other day and people were angry. You deserve to be angry. But the issue here is when Nana Addo Dankwa Ekufuado came to power from 2016 to 2020, from 2017 to 2020, we were on TV every day. And we were telling young Ghanaians and Ghanaians to say, if we give this guy an opportunity, he will destroy us. We were telling young Ghanaians, because the issue is, if we had all come out to add our voice from 2017 to 2020, Nana Addo Dankwa Ekufuado and the MP would have never gotten a second chance. So when I see young men in Ghana today saying they are leading a force, you can never lead a force when you are being led by a tyrant. Never. Let me state this again. A third force can never succeed in Ghana when you have a tyrant as a leader. So, when I was listening to some of you with the pain in your heart, We have created this because we had the opportunity to allow people who understand and believe in democracy to lead us, to give us the opportunity to tell the world that we young people can also lead after them. But because of our selfish interest thinking, NPP and NDC are the same, no? We sat back, fueled Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, made him more dangerous, weaponized him through giving him support and making him think, say, he's powerful. Because when we get the opportunity to speak against a sitting president and the government, we say that NDC, NPP are the same. There's no way on earth John Dramani Mahama will do this. If we had all come together to push these killers out of power, we would have gotten a president in John Dramani Mahama who believes in democracy and would have allowed we, the young people in Ghana, to decide what we want to do if we want a third force to come in. But this is the problem here. The person who is leading the democracy today, you see or think is democracy, does not believe in the democracy. Until you get an environment that is conducive enough, an environment that believes in democracy enough, you cannot bring out a new generation to lead. So our mistake was sitting back and making it look like we are fine. Let the foolish ones do politics. And Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo penetrated and entered the cracks. And now, until Akufo-Addo is out of the picture, until the NPP is out of the picture, nobody can call himself, me, I'm a young man, I want to lead. You are lying, you're a joker. When was the last time you saw a young man or any group of people succeed in a hostile environment? You can't. You cannot build a democratic group inside a hostile environment. You can't do it. All the young Democrats, all the young people who have succeeded in becoming democratic figures or groups, they all thrived in an environment where people who were leading them believed in democracy. So the noise you people are making, I respect it. It hurts, but we have caused it. Because if you don't get rid of the problem, you cannot solve a new problem. You cannot create opportunities. What Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo is doing today and the NPP are doing, we gave them the power. I sat on TV, on radio, on Loud Silence TV from 2017, questioning Ghanaians, the young people, instead of you people to understand that if you have a tyrant, you can't do anything. That is why a simple convention couldn't happen. Do you think, as bad as John Dramani Mahama is, he would have listened to this? He would have allowed you to be yourself in Ghana? NPP, NDC are never the same. So you people screaming and making noise instead, Gen group, go and vote against this to open the gap. Enya Kurano, John Dramani Mahama, when he was president, proved that he believes in Kebi Mamin Kebi. He had the tendencies. He showed that no matter the criticism and how independent you want to be, you are a Ghanaian and you have the right to exercise that. But under these people, so if you sit there and say, Nana Akufo-Addo nye, Bawumia ba MPP, you are not ready. You can only thrive. You can only thrive as young men who want to make a difference in an environment that respects your rights. If you're being led by a leader who does not respect your rights, there's nothing you can do. You can go bring all the serious talkers in the world. The party that is leading the country, the leadership, don't believe in democracy. It is up to you. You and I, it's our responsibility to speak against the government for this government to be voted out. Because the NDC, we know, will never do this. John Dramani Mahama understands and respects what? Democracy. So our biggest problem is us. Our biggest problem is stopping the problem. And the problem is NPP Akufo-Addo. You, these young men who are pissed off, angered, saying things. If the president believed in democracy, this wouldn't have happened. So if the party in power believed in democracy, this wouldn't have happened. You can become powerful and you can make a difference only in an environment that is conducive and respects democracy and your rights. When you have a government that does not respect that, you can't be what you want to be. So it's about time you people stop talking about NDC and MPP are the same. It's about time you people pointing to Ghanaians that this particular party, this NPP should go. That is the only solution. But if you people sit there and start to make noise, Akufo-Addo does not give a heck about any of you who wants to have a new party, a movement. You are jokers to him because you have a block that we all need to come together and break down. After we break down that block, then we can go forward and see where our freedom is. We don't have any freedom today. Anybody walking in Ghana saying freedom, you are a joker. When one man can stop thousands of people from expressing their interests and what they believe in, you have to understand you are a slave in your own country. Why can't you all come together and stop this? Vote, speak against this government. Let them go into opposition and have a leader and have a government. At least when we compare the two governments, the two parties, there's one that has always respected the views and allowed you Ghanaians, you people. Majority of you people got your money because you lived in a country where the country allowed you people to thrive. You don't respect that. You people have forgotten how you got your freedom. You people have forgotten how you became who you are today. It started somewhere. It started when a leader was there and allowed you to understand that you live in Ghana and you have the right to speak and do business. You people sat back and poured fire, poured water, and poured gas and lighted the whole place up. You burned the place down. You want me to build it? You have to build it. Break that wall down. That nonsense of NDC and MPP, if you stick to that and keep saying that, you people will all become slaves. They will treat you the way they are treating. They will treat you for good. You people cannot make any difference. It hurts me to say this. You people calling yourselves what. You can't make any difference in an environment that does not believe in democracy. My advice to you people is simple. Let's take the first step. Let's break down this government. Let's help kick them out of power. Whatever we want to be, we can be. Until we understand this code, we are all idiots. We are just making noise. The tyrant is there. The party that kills is there. The party that does not respect the constitution is there. Break it down. We can forge forward. But the comedy and the noise is a waste of time. Under Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, this happened. We are still in Ghana saying the MPP and the NDC are the same.
It was a normal morning. Electorates began queuing very early, some as early as 6 a.m. to cast their ballots peacefully and dash to work. Early reports suggested the process began smoothly, but eyebrows were raised about the presence of heavily armed security personnel, as many as 6 per polling station across the constituency. Political party agents were vigilant and ordinary people watched from afar, but it was an unusual election day. Heavily armed masked men in bulletproof vests, dressed in black polo shirts and khaki trousers, marked NSC as agents of the National Security Council, seen in police pickups, crisscrossed the main streets towards Bauleshi, a known NDC stronghold. The arrival of the operatives in Ramblestown surprises all. About 25 hooded men in 5 pickups or so jump off. In a well-orchestrated plan, they run across the compound where voters had queued waiting for their turn, creating fear and panic. Journalists begin taking pictures, and that provokes the indiscriminate mayhem visited on them. A senior immigration officer at the scene is captured placing an SOS call as he takes cover. In this video, the suspected NPP Invisible Force members are captured beating a man mercilessly, kicked in the face, whilst others pounce on any civilian in sight, punching them and beating others with the butt of their guns. The chaos forces people to flee as policemen try desperately in vain to restrain the NSC agents. After about 6 minutes, they proceed to their next target, the residence of the NDC parliamentary candidate, Delali Kwesi Brempong, few yards away behind the Bauleshi Presby Basic 1 JHS polling station. His house is besieged by the armed men, threatening to shoot as they are confronted by the NDC candidate supporters. They point guns as they demand access to search the house, open fire with live bullets, leaving at least 18 injured. 2 near-fatal cases were recorded. Bullet shells and bloodstains outside the residence attract onlookers, while irate persons seeking to fight back are seen being calmed by the police.
Don't take the laws into your own hands. The police, we are managing the situation.
Senior officers, including Director in Charge of Operations Greater Accra, Chief Superintendent Kwesifori, rush to the scene but look on helplessly.
So they are not your men.
I don't know those who came here.
Do you know the men on the ground?
This is something that we need to investigate. But I don't know those who came here. So because all my policemen are not marks. You can see from wherever.
So you know the men on the ground. You know your men on the ground.
I know the men on the ground,
and they are not marked.
And I can see them when I see them.
MP for Ningo Pram Pram, Sam George, is seen questioning the shooting incident. He is confronted for daring to face them, and he gets his first slap. Listen and watch carefully as one of the men shouts, "This is the beginning of 2020. In the chaos, police reinforcement and military teams arrive, armed but unable to stop the violence. The masked men return to the school compound, finish up with more beatings before setting off. The voting center is deserted while officers try to secure the ballot box and voting materials. NDC National Chairman Samuel Ofosu-Ampofo. News spreads fast on radio, on various online portals, TV, and of course, social media, attracting more officials to the scene. MPP General Secretary John Buedu arrives and blames the NDC for orchestrating the violence.
You see, this is the impression that opponents want to create in order to scare people from coming to vote.
NDC hurriedly arranges news conference to restrain supporters who besiege the party headquarters, demanding directives to fight back. MPP reacts almost immediately, and this is how the Director of Communications and MP for Adenta, Yao Boabena Samwa, summarizes their position.
The NDC leadership has behaved recklessly, in a cowardly manner. They appear not to have been prepared for the election. This was an orchestrated attempt which has failed.
Statements condemning the violence begin to pour in. CODEO, security analysts, civil society groups, the UNDP are amongst the first. Former President John Dramani Mahama cuts short his campaign tour in the Volta region and dashes to Accra to meet victims on admission at a 37 military hospital. But before that, he sends a strong message to the MPP and President Akufo-Addo.
And I'm sounding a warning to the MPP. We're going to match them boot for boot. We respect the constitution of this country. And NDC is a democratic party. And that's why we abide by the rules of the constitution. But the same constitution says that Ghanaians should resist anybody who attempts to subvert the constitution. And when you go rampaging with forces and intimidating people when they should come out and vote, you are subverting Ghana's constitution, and we have a right to resist you.
CODEO issues preliminary report citing one instance where a police officer is assaulted for questioning one of the NSC operatives at Roman Ridge polling station. EC reacts, insisting the election was very peaceful, free and fair. Election results are declared. Turnout very low, confirming the violent incident. 19.83% of the over 88,000 in the voters register participated. Calls for the head of the IGP, David Asante Pietu, intensifies. The police administration issues a statement announcing immediate and thorough investigations. Minister of State in charge of national security at the office of the president, Brian Acheampong, appears defiant and claims in an interview the men were from his outfit and acted on orders based on intelligence. Hear him speak on Accra-based City FM.
There were some uniformed and some plainclothes security operatives. It happens all the time.
So did this include people who were wearing masks?
Absolutely. You saw them there. They were not hiding.
Government's posture and that of EC provokes public anger. Officers in the Ghana Armed Forces and the police begin to leak photos and videos exposing identities of some of the secret NSC operatives and their bases. In the heat of the public discourse and brewing tension, President Akufo-Addo jets off on an 8-day tour of South Africa, Ethiopia, and the US, where he will join a fundraising event in Washington, D.C. to build a national cathedral in Ghana. Thus, 3 days after the incident, and he fails to visit patients on admission. His absence attracts more criticisms. More than a week after the incident, no arrest has still been made. An updated police statement only says 12 people have been questioned, and these are all victims, including the assaulted MP, Sam George. For now, there is still uncertainty, and security analysts fear more violence in 2020. Political parties and some CSOs have, however, served notice through a demonstration, sending a strong signal to government. The police are yet to invite the National Security Minister, Brian Acheampong, who is under pressure to resign or be sacked. A 3-member commission of inquiry chaired by former Shraj boss Francis Emil Short is now tasked to investigate the matter. Proceedings will be telecast live, but the opposition NDC has already served notice it does not trust the commission's work, citing possible bias and cover-ups. Refers to the former IGP under Akufo regime, Mr. Patrick Kwame Acheampong, and Professor Henrietta Mensah Bonsu as MPP apparatchiks. For now, Ghanaians will take a wait-and-see posturing as doubt lingers on, with fears heightening as the country approaches a much bigger election in 2020.
How do you go into another election with all these things not solved? How do you expect to win, or how do you expect to have a free, fair elections? Abra Sanyoma Winyina have not been dealt with. Techiman South in all these things are hanging on our neck. And we sit here and say NDC, NPP are the same. 2024, Ghana for protect yourselves against the NPP. It's a killing machine. They murder and smile about it. We also need to protect ourselves. So police need to get to not twa, so kuno. So Jeniba mantem no otutu, or some kuno. This should not happen again. If the president and this government is not ready to correct this wrong before we go into election 2024, then nobody should think, say, they are safe. You're still watching With All Due Respect extended version. Wait for 1 or 2 calls. Yes, the next 10 minutes and end today's show. Let me see. There's a call here. Hello, caller. I think. Okay, sorry. Let me see. It's been a while. Hello, caller. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead, boss. 1 minute for Obia.
You Kevin? Where do you? What's the program? And Akufo-Addo, I have to say, dear me. Now buy and Osha Nipa Kunkwan and Mujan Kwan on.
But I say thank you very much. All right, hello, caller. Hello.
Yeah.
Good evening, boss. Kevin. Go ahead. Yeah.
Good evening. Oh, you pass any? Very doing well. Kevin. So what is you? The other you owe me to say okay. What story be? That very story no. But they say last time it is a Kesben FM. Omuti radio show.
Story there. Story there.
That was
a story, babe.
Yeah, I've forgotten the story. But first we say now, very first you know, make it now.
John Mahama. Omoka say John Mahama say Omuchantro and son of we need power no.
Very good. Exactly.
So and then you saw
Omukase it is Omukase Mahama say you can't talk a the near can look like a can ye now
Mamuntie Kesbin. I'm going on about that. Papa. Hello, caller. Hello. Hello. Yes, Casamitio.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Tell me if Richard make a separate pick from Kevin. Yamin Shirao. Unkwana uye juma thousands of radio stations. Unkwana uye juma nini na Yamin Shirao. Kevin, me baby me problem was fear and say when we say MPP for no, Upa investigate from every constituency. Who shall no more kasa? Ya testing was a week. Na 2024 day, ye be ye dear sing, there ye between muno. At a woman or more can. Intimate strangers party no. Come my sorry because he am sorry to say Bema, I am sorry to say youth, I am sorry to say Brantia. In some way down one okay cano. Only the Beba 2024.
But that's it. Thank you very much. All right. Okay, Richard. Hello, caller. Hello.
Kevin, good morning.
Yes, sir. Good evening. Go ahead.
Kevin, good morning.
Yes, sir.
Now, what is it?
Ibiaboko.
Abishapanzo.
Abishapa boss.
Hey, wait a minute. Me MP. I'm a summer MP the way you know about.
We're born to it. We own.
Me too. We. Now you're not know. We, Kevin.
I'm a summer MP no.
Aquano. MP no. Unim say Rush energy drink sa your friend say Amasama constituency. Vortic or more Amasama constituency. A free media junction eko kutuku. Wa bitwan troso obeye kwana ma na kwan wo ho e kwana party say the Africa na pa kwan no. Na enne na miti oba wo ho one zabarama fu bi nenam. Sa jeni fo no akofo wo ma ase ontitwi. Na me fi se brofo nkwa na oka. Na washira ko fa sa zabarama fu no omo so mai omo so ontitwi to mo no mo ye campaign ma no. Wa no se brofo nkwa na oka enne na mi tie na numu brofo. Sa kwa na bon. Chakwana bon Kevin, we number ye. Only the MC ni na o ma bon. Only the MC. We can say was a we can say. On also Amasama financial constituency ho.
We nkwa.
MC you know.
We nkwa.
We dey na one visa wo de oye no.
Also titi ano.
Secondly so wo ba omia.
Obedi slap.
Omia your friend say. Wo bokun tokwa no.
Yeah.
Kevin, bokun tokwa. Between your friend saying Mamprusi and Kusasi for Ontokwa. Santokwa no one say about be our Mamprusi ni. So what I say into a woman was say Mamprusi for no kutupa so omoba power umbe kum your friend say Kusasi for no. So what I say dana all kon say or the helicopters near the adini wura ho and utumi ko when say second time o ko ha umbe 20 so and I said that Suma Sabi address it to say there. We friend say for near or so bini. Ata the end a on audio you say then
now Frafri day. Okawa son of Frafri. Hey, Palmucho Frafri.
Fatare no akota mashe fatare of next time almost stop no nja omuntade ni
Frafri yes of Frafri Amakato Frafri bye bye. I Frafri sorry Farafara sorry hello caller hello yes sir good evening go ahead Melakope Jiwanu line it's so strong. Like Olaino, I think say Jiwanu fix Olaino, Mr. Wrong. Why? Olaina I know a ding in 20 the old kind of pacho me and I'm drop a corner. Jiwanu me and I'm drop a corner. Hello caller. Hello.
Good morning.
Hello, Mr. Kevin. Good morning.
Good morning, boss. Go ahead. More about 7 minutes. Yeah.
I'm a free Christian. Mr. Kevin, share Kumasi TV station in the first no na meta share sports. But when almost sports now, when some of the politics are baby room. Come on, NPP na baby na na. Yeah.
Sports no more.
No NPP na sports one way. Mr. Kevin, sports one way. Dolaka sports one way. No.
We used to know say Aboduaba ya rekwaja yefro do lakano we used to know say Aboduaba rekwaja yefro
efi ho me hwe omu station ni bio efi ho no me hwe omu ti meka chetie fo say omu nche say Kumasi 4 stations ni hwe emo omu fo TV kura nto ho emo omu ti mu yo mu de na ka me yenum aye de awi ata so no omu pom ye dandam na kwesi den ye NDC na ebetu aba.
Thank you very much. Hello, caller. Hello, go ahead.
Bila kopela bela masamba bi ukazi chiwonu ni.
Chiwonu ya 1 minute mami. Is here clear?
Na kazi boko de.
Everything good.
Na kazi mi de mami sha odono sha to mahama. Na kazi anytime dia mi show program na we isa aya wasu we so kom from someone kazi na mi bofu pap. Na kazi ni slow. So be catching we say Obama Mama Obwa. Abani de Mama Mama name kazi be de catch we dey say. I would for a profile. We do for you. Kazi why you dey say you umbe boy told you and then wow we tell you on the 3rd December I generally we will meet across a Santa house on
you want to the factor men kasa seminar would also provide the facts about the meeting. Speculations, we don't do that. You want to, with all due respect, and I respect you a lot, speculations on my platform, no. That kind of speculative journalism na na say man for free and on say meeting because wa yet is na gabitia and Saudi and we don't do that. We need facts. We don't do that. Hello, caller.
Good morning, Kevin.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
So, can say salam ni Madiaja Mama. Na if anything, Kufu Adone in Kofu, democracy, democracy area.
And
1992 constitution. And this one draft you. MP before okay out. Into woman democracy na nkasana ye kan omo ntia se enti no masay no. Enti they say na we analysis be say voting day no. That is perfect, but why back on first we are money? Omo a casting votes, you know, a good ballot box fufuru. Into omo say, yes, into omo a casting in favor of them.
Yeah.
The valid one I casting. I didn't free polling station echo collation center. Pick up no a hona assessor. They act on the will of Ghanaians, you know, omo final call. Omo did the omo no atua in favor of woman no. I don't know more kind. And for any call because Ghanaians are willing and ready to vote for NDC, but the EC will be the problem, Kevin.
But thank you very much. All right. Hello, caller. Hello.
Hello.
We go fancy.
Yeah. I feel the man to my backyard who one good in a quay, give you holiday. Eko friends about the last week I was to work on it.
Yeah.
The main time commission of inquiry now. Okay, say election was peaceful. Video showing I want to man can't say but hey I was about to let people begin to see how wicked, how devil that woman. Oh yeah, yes, no, or some. The me as so far as you won't travel where you MPP for one man. What is the cash church? You know what one or two. Baba now they can't end this for them. Remember, if you rush for where I go back in Faso, I go for all to me because South Africa can first and go for you. When no see you want to say you in work it on in the press conference in the right way. One more year, but man was one prepare. Never country. I'm forget to do more homo go native. The aim all easy. The aim trim man.
We can continue. Papa. Hello, caller. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Kevin, good morning.
Good morning, your last caller.
Mr. Kevin, Pacho, Mr. Sa Abasubona, Nanka. Akufo the here freedom am honmo. Nanka Akufo the Kama Dombama Yina Noa. Nanka sa press conference and this no comunjana.
No, I don't think so. They didn't only Omanka WTA Omanka and Unkwasem. So we see a press conference now. It covered a year indelible ink now. Easy person de bano NDC for say. And this press conference nenya no Unkwasem no mekai. There were EC issues. Omoka indelible ink wasem. Omoka Ayawaso West wagon wasem. Omoka a year election now. I will be closing at 3 p.m. NDC for sending Faso. I think the press conference was there already, but coincidentally, ABA Kufuado the other by and the count. So what year I was over 2 hours and they spoke on so many things. But that's the part. Thank you very much. All right, hello caller. Hello. All right, my last call. Not me end the show. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Yes, madam. Go ahead.
Good evening.
Good evening, madam.
Kevin Patrick, what's my word? You Fisher Power.
Medase Power. Thank you very much, Mr. Medase. Okay. Yeah. So the wonderful lady just ended the show very nicely. Or say Kevin Afishapa to us today with Juma. I really appreciate your time. Tomorrow is Tuesday. We will be here to discuss Ghana. My name is Kevin Akobedu Taylor. The producers know they are called the Ghost Team. They are back, refreshed, strong. I'll be giving you all the facts from tomorrow till December 2024. December 7th, 2024. No, we will make sure John Dramani Mahama becomes the president 2025. Your one vote is important. Protect your one vote. Obia one vote, and we need to show, say, you hear our country back. Remember, we are all messengers who are ready and willing to speak truth to power. My name is Kevin Taylor. Good night. Cheers. God bless you. God bless every single individual. Good night.
Take glory, Father. Take glory, Son. Take glory, Holy Ghost. Now and evermore. Take glory, Father. Take glory, Son. Take glory, Holy Ghost. Now and evermore. Take glory, Father. Take glory, Son. Take glory, Holy Ghost. Now and evermore. In the morning, early in the morning, I will rise and praise the Lord. In the morning, early in the morning, I will rise and praise the Lord. In the morning, early in the morning, I will rise and praise the Lord. In the morning, Good morning, Jesus. Good morning, Lord. I know you come from heaven above. The Holy Spirit sit on the throne. Good morning, Jesus. Good morning, Lord. I know you come from heaven above. Holy Spirit sit on. Good morning, Jesus. Good morning, Lord. I know you come from heaven above. Hey, ama, so, in our dear Lord's garden, planted near below, many tiny flowers in sweet beauty grow. In our dear Lord's garden, planted near below, many tiny flowers in sweet beauty grow. Many tiny flowers in sweet. Many tiny flowers in sweet beauty grow. Many tiny flowers in sweet beauty grow. Many tiny flowers in sweet beauty grow. In our dear Lord's garden, planted near below, many tiny flowers. Hey, many tiny many tiny flowers. Ashina yama, and I'm not abuso. Ashina yama, and I'm not abuso. Pite, our pite. Traveling from this land, we are on our way to heaven. Only Christians can go there. So let us praise the Lord. Left foot, left hand, right hand, shoulder up, shoulder in, chest up, right hand, left foot. We are traveling from this land, we are on our way to heaven. Only Christians can go there. Matalia kalapala gala, ayato maluko. Mata, Siba, Aluka. We are traveling from this land, on our way to heaven. Only Christians can go there. So let us praise the Lord. Left foot, left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand. Oh, how do I scoopy and a catiki baga black a piata black. Let me show you.